Hello. Can anyone confirm that I'm audible? Am I audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. Warm good afternoon to one and all. Sorry for the delay as we have a bit more participants enter into the Zoom meeting. And we are now starting in a few minutes. We'll be starting with the briefing for the third round. Participants of the group, please ensure that all your team members are inside the Zoom meeting so that all can hear the briefing properly and you can go further with the rounds.
We just have a question. It's not compulsory for everyone to be there. No, it's only like better if they're there.
Actually, the thing is that all the members should be present for the third round, and this is the final round. Here, to the presentation is that all the four members are presenting. Like all the four members are being the part of the presentation in the final round into the judges. As I'll be briefing, it will be clear. I'll be briefing the round. The thing is that the round, the team of four people is given a situation or a dilemma. The product introduced by the team in round two, that is the Instagram promotion previously done, and the team has met the board of directors. Now the thing is that the product is a failure, and the team has to meet the board of directors, the panel of three judges, and somehow convince them and revitalize and relaunch the product by innovating the product or any other additional features that we can add. The convincing skills and innovation make the team score in this round. Also, the team have to sell the product to a group of buyers or investors. It is another panel of two judges in the lines of a direct sales pitch. Each team will have a presentation time of 8 minutes, which is 5 minutes for a relaunch and the 3 minutes for a sales pitch, where each of the members should speak taking up different roles respectively, different roles in the top management of a company. That is what is meant. And 1 minute for each judge for the comments and questions other than the interaction in the presentation time. This is what the round 3 is. So as you could understand, it is a thing that all the members should be present in the presentation so that only you can take up different roles of the top management as a company and then present in front of the judges. Hope the instruction is clear.
Can you please repeat
presentation?
Sorry, can you come again?
What is the criteria for the presentation? I mean, what all do you want
the presentation is the convincing skills. In the first phase, that means when you are convincing the board of directors, it's your convincing skills and the innovation that you bring to the product for the relaunch.
Right. So you don't expect a particular thing, right? Any particular thing.
Particular thing means something, but no.
Which you have,
okay.
I mean, which you mandatorily require from a team.
No, this is the thing that you need to relaunch, convince them somehow. The thing is that you can convince them using any techniques, that is any type of innovation that you can bring.
So it's completely up to us.
Yes, up to you.
All right. Thank you so much.
I also had a question. Will the reasons for our product's failure be given to us, or we can
No, the product fail. The product is the situation is that the product is already failed. So now you can think about the reasons and you can even justify. That's your choice. That's your part actually.
Okay, thank you.
The thing is that the first 5 minutes will be for the presentation of the relaunch of the product, and the last 3 minutes will be the sales pitch time.
Okay, so the first 5 minutes will be to the board of directors,
Yes.
and the 3 minutes will be to another group.
Yes. Another group. Another group means the panel of two judges, other judges.
Okay, and so after we present, so you said that in the 5 minutes of presentation, each and every member of the team has to talk, right?
Yes. Each and every member of the team has to talk, taking up different roles of the top management. Like you are answerable to the board of directors regarding the failure of the product.
Okay, and also another very important doubt. We need to at least get some criteria as to why the product has failed. Only then we'll be able to come up with the relaunch thing, right? We need
The
to know
criteria of the thing is that if you have launched the product and your product has failed, the reasons can be analyzed by you itself. That's the thing.
Okay, so we have to assume the reasons on our own.
Yes, you have to assume.
Okay, and we have to of course make a PowerPoint presentation or something like that, right?
No need, not necessarily.
Okay, but if we want, we
you're
can
just
make
speaking. You can as of the schedule of the presentation, you cannot, because we are just going with the presentation now itself. Only the thing is that you are just in live conversation with the judges. That's all.
Okay, fine. So we aren't allowed to make a PPT. We have to talk, and every member in the team has to talk for 5 minutes first, and then
Yes.
will the board of directors question us again after the 5 minutes?
Yeah, they will be questioning you.
Okay, so it's 5 minutes of us talking with them, then they will question us, and then we have another 3 minutes for the sales pitch, and then the people who we are selling it to, even they will question us back.
No, the questioning will happen simultaneously.
Okay, so no, Mike. So the board
In the 5
of
minutes
directors,
itself.
and you said that we will be so there are two components here, right? First are the board of directors, then we have the people who we are selling it to. So there are two different components, right?
Yes.
So how will both be questioning us simultaneously?
No, the thing is that the 5 minutes presentation of relaunch is happening. That time itself, you will be getting questions from your board of directors. Why happened?
Okay.
Why it happened so? Why so? Etc.
Okay.
And the 3 minute sales presentation is different. I mean, you are selling into different people, other people.
And do we know who these people are, or it's just a group of?
They are the judges of our event.
Okay, fine. Okay, thank you so much.
Okay.
Also,
So I'm one judge. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, I just wanted to clarify, what is our product? Is it the product which we identified in the video clip, or the backpack one?
The backpack one.
The backpack one. All right, thank you.
And when will the round start?
The round start will just start within few minutes, in 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
Okay, fine.
Sorry, I missed. When does this round start?
The round is starting just now.
Just
in a few
now?
minutes. In a few minutes, yes.
Okay, thank you.
If you have any other doubts, you can raise, or if you don't have doubts, all the participants, you will be called, the participants of the round will be called group by group wise, and you will be intimated through your buddies. So all the participants can leave now, and you will be asked to enter into the meeting soon. Hope the judges can remember.
Okay, thank you so much.
This is for the judges inquiry time.
Is there preparation time for us?
No, it's going spontaneously. You don't have a preparation time because it's a product you have made earlier. All the participants kindly please leave the meeting. You will be called from with your you'll be messaged through your buddies, and you have to enter into the meeting accordingly. Hello. Hello, sir. Hello. Hope all the judges are there in the meeting in the breakout room.
Yes.
Sir, can
Yes.
everybody hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Okay. Sir, can you please confirm everyone so that we'll be just going it smooth?
Yeah, we can hear
Okay,
it.
sir.
Yes.
Okay, sir. So the thing is that we are going with the round 3 is that we are giving them students a dilemma, the team a dilemma that they are actually there was a previous round. It was an Instagram promotion. The Instagram promotion was that the product was a backpack bag. Hope it's clear. It's backpack bag. They have advertised, they have promoted the product, but now the product is a failure. The product is a failure, and now they are justifying their part, and they are just asking the board of directors or convincing the board of directors to revitalize and relaunch the product. They can use any sort of innovation, and their convincing skills are being counted in this game, in this event. And there are panel of 3 plus 2 like judges. The panel of 3 is the board of directors, like as you know, Dr. A.B.K. Abraham, Dr. Balakrishnan P, and Harish sir. And the investors panel is Dr. Joji Alex and our external judge, Mr. Ibn Matthew.
Okay.
Okay.
In the last round, they have branded the backpack and
Yes, sir. They have branded a backpack and they have just shown the Instagram promotion like pages and all. But now the product is a failure.
can you share those with us? Because see, unless we know what they have actually done, how do we are, I mean, I am in a kind of a blank.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I'll share. Sure.
So if I get
Okay.
all the what they have actually done, so probably the questions can be more focused.
Okay, sir. Sure. Fine.
So their PPT,
Sir,
if you can share.
yes, sir. I'll share actually it's a folder. You'll be having all the Instagram posts like screenshots in that, so you can see. That's fine.
And the questions will be asked when they are presenting, or it will be asked.
Sir, you can in the 5 minutes presentation during when they are convincing the board of directors, as it is your panel, you can just ask them to see that you can just ask questions spontaneously during the 5 minutes presentation.
Somebody will be keeping time, right?
Yes, keeping time will be there. So I'll be intimating the time that 5 minutes is over.
How many teams are there?
Totally 8 teams are there.
Okay.
Sir, and then even after that, after there is a sales pitch, after that each judge have 1 minute single time, like 1 minute for each judge. Again, that is other than the conversation type question.
So please share their earlier work so that we can be better prepared for.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. Sir, any other questions, sir? Hope it's fine.
Yeah.
Fine with me.
So 5 minutes for the board of directors, 3 minutes for the sales team, right?
Yes, sir.
And board of directors is Dr. Joji and Ibn Matthew.
No. Investors panel. I mean the sales panel is Dr. Joji and Mr. Ibn Matthew.
You mean the buyers?
Yeah, the investors, prospective investors.
Okay. Oh, so the board of directors is convincing the investors as well as the
No. The team is convincing the board of directors. That's it.
So who are the board of directors?
Board of directors is Dr. Balakrishnan P, Dr. A.B.K. Abraham, and Professor Harish.
Okay, so I was part of the
board of directors. Yes.
Okay.
Sir, hope the roles are clear for everyone. Right?
Yeah.
Do I need to tell it again?
So if I understand correctly, board of directors is myself, Dr. AB and Joji.
No, Harish.
Harish. And so our this thing is to validate their offering.
No, you need to actually the thing is that the product failure has happened because of them only.
So we have to question them why this failure.
Yeah, you have to question them. You have to get the relevant answers.
Okay. And then after that, they'll have to convince the investors panel.
Investors again. They are these are the investors. That means Dr. Joji and Mr.
Okay.
Ibn Matthew has come to buy the plan.
Oh, by the plan. Okay, fine.
By the-
Investors. Fine, understood. Okay, clear.
Sir, is it fine? Any other doubts? Any other questions?
It's fine.
Okay.
What I felt is that they should have given this scenario to them. They should have prepared on it. Know how to they can convince us.
So the thing is that it's an instant task we just plan.
I don't know how far this instant thing will work in this kind of case, because they have to, like, first of all, they have to argue it out.
Yes, sir.
They
That
have
is
to
the
make
thing.
a proper presentation.
Yes, sir. The thing is that they have prepared the product earlier, but now they know about the product. But we are just asking them. This is the first time that they are hearing regarding this dilemma even. So that what will be their pressure level? How will be they managing this? That is the thing we want.
Then you should give some kind of like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, whatever it is, a time for.
But now they are getting a basic preparation time other than the presentation.
But I'm trying to say is that now the team which presenting the last will get more time.
Sir, there will be different something like that may happen, sir. Yes, sir. Sir,
So
can we go ahead?
How many teams
Sir,
are there?
8 teams. 8 teams total.
My dear friend, can you just clarify the time slots? I understand 5 minutes presentation.
5 minutes presentation. Yes, to the board of directors.
Okay. Followed by
3 minutes presentation to the sales team. That is your panel.
fine. Okay. So total 8 minutes presentation.
8 minutes
So
presentation, and
when is the room for asking questions?
each judges will be having 1 minute time.
Okay. Thank you.
So the questions can be asked even during their presentation time spontaneously too.
Okay. Right.
Then if you start asking them during the presentation time, they'll run out of time, isn't it? Because the time.
So the thing is that they have to adjust it. That is the thing.
Oh, okay, fine.
So we'll then ask for the people to come in within a few minutes. The first team to come.
Share their earlier work. Huh?
Sir, we'll just share it just a minute, sir.
So Roshan, the problem is unless we have something in front of us, how do you start asking questions?
Sir, they are just actually the previous round thing is a backpack bag. So
I
they are.
I understood everything. What I'm saying is, when they do an extempore, it's very difficult for us to, ask questions based on unless we see something on the screen.
Sir, the thing is the product has failed and you are angry.
That's right. I understood. What I'm saying is I was telling the same thing as Professor Ebi, because he was also suggesting if there is a 5-slide kind of preparation, that would have been easy for us to discuss as well.
Yes, sir. Sir, we just asked them not to take PPTs, but even they had time. So if they are doing, it's fine. But
Okay,
we are just asking them for the pressure. That's the thing.
You are not
managing the pressure. That's the thing.
Okay, fine.
Okay. MG10 join cheyyam. MG10. Sir, MG10 will be joining soon.
Okay.
Hope the network for everyone is okay, clear, right?
Yes.
Network.
So we'll go into mute now so that the presentation is smooth. And whenever you want to ask a question, we'll unmute and ask.
Okay, sir. Fine.
Why so long? Why they are not able to join fast?
Sir, actually, the three of them are online, but one is missing. Sir, we have just asked the three of them to join.
Okay.
Hi, good afternoon. I think one of our team members is still in the waiting room. Can you please add him?
Sure, we'll be adding him.
Yeah, thank you. Good afternoon. Rajesh, can we start? I think again, one of the team members just got kicked out of the meeting once again. Can you please check it out?
As there is a network issue, I think there is a network issue for your teammate. So you can start the presentation.
No,
sir,
he was
he's in the
trying.
waiting room.
He's in the waiting room.
Yeah, his name is Abhinav, sir.
Abhinav.
Yeah. He just renamed himself to MG10. I think, yeah, can you please check it out?
They thought he is Neeraj. That's why they kicked him out.
Yeah.
We'll wait, sir. No problem.
Just
Can you ask him to request again for joining?
Sure, sir. Give me just 1 second.
Yeah, he has been requesting for quite some time. Even just now he requested, in fact.
Can you ask this Neeraj to rejoin?
His name is Abhinav, and yeah, he's right there. 1 second. Just give me a minute.
Can you ask him to rejoin actually? So
We'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry for the inconvenience, sir. Shall we start?
Yeah, you can start.
Yes.
Yes. Good afternoon, sir. My name is Abhinav, and I'm the CEO of Raise Backpacks. So we have been facing some issues due to pandemic, obviously because we couldn't get our sales done because of this pandemic era, and our consumer base is really very big, and we were just focusing on few segment of people, and that's how our product is not able to reach out to all the people. So we have some solution for this. Let's get on with the solution.
Okay. So, good afternoon once again. My name is Urban Sam. So we have certain innovations that we're going to bring in to our product, and specifically 4 in total. We have an introduction of denim straps for the backpacks. We're going to provide an inbuilt charger so that it's easier for people to recharge their mobile devices on the go. We're going to
When you have a problem with the segmentation, what's the point in having a reflective logo?
So these are features that we're going to build into the product so that we can make it stand out among in our current market situation.
What was the earlier target audience?
The earlier target audience were students as well as adventurers, people who seeked out into travel and sports. And
do you expect a student to take the adventure backpack to the college?
Yes, sir, we do, in fact.
No wonder you failed in the first time itself.
Students, through our projections, we have realized that certain, they tend towards trends that are very adventurous, and they have a daredevil attitude, and hence.
Do you take an adventure-oriented backpack to the college?
So can I answer that? Yeah,
I want an answer. Anyone?
Yes, sir, no problems. So basically, our target audience are students and adventurers. There are 2 different things. And students, reflective logos is a good feature apparently, because in the night when they walk in, yes, sir.
Your
problem was launching at the wrong time, sir, because at the pandemic, even no one was using bags anymore. They were all at home. No one's traveling. No one's going to colleges. Because as the world's coming back on track right now, we are planning to launch our product in a better and in an effective way. And so our segmentation would be students, adventurers, anyone who likes to travel. Basically, anyone would look good in our bags is what we feel. So that's how we're going to start off this year, sir.
Yeah, that will be a mass market. No segmentation. Anyone who has the money will buy your bag.
So our bags are pretty. No, sir. Our bags are pretty affordable, basically. So segmentation won't be a problem. But the way we're trying to design the bags is appeal to the young crowd, and that's that's the one.
So can I please answer your question regarding segmentation?
It has already been answered that you don't have any segmentation idea.
No, sir. Our initial target consumers were students and youth in general. So as per our analysis, we want to broaden our consumer base. Hence, we're going for a larger segment. So we were actually constructed to quite a few number of students or a few consumer base. But that is what we're broadening in order to increase our sales and our growth of the company. I think
I don't see any logic or clarity in your relaunch idea.
So relaunch idea is okay.
You're totally messed up in your segmentation. You're saying that your bag is pretty. You're saying that it is for youngsters. Now you're saying that it is meant for everyone who travels.
Yes, sir. So that is the.
I am wondering whether we had made a mistake in appointing you people as the top management.
No, sir. So that is. Let me just get back to that 1 second. So our initial base, that is when we launched the product, our target market was youngsters. Okay, it was as we told meant for adventurers and students alone. But in order to
means age group of what?
College students, sir.
Age.
Sorry.
Age group.
Above 18. 18 and above was our target market. So
18 plus, it can be 45, 50, 60.
No, so that's the whole thing. So we found out that our target market till now, okay, was 18 to 30. But in order to grow our company, we need more sales. Hence, we are opening up the market to everybody.
So from a segment, you are going into a mass market.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That is what
also a point that I may add is a lot of our competitors use a similar strategy with varying degrees of success. For example, Whitecraft, initially marketed as an adventure backpack, has broadened its spectrum and appealed to kids who are studying from the grade 6 onwards, as well as adults well into their 50s and 60s, who mainly use this for travel, as well as everyday commute. And that is what we want to achieve.
Sorry for the interruption. 5 minutes presentation time is over. Now we can go to the sales pitch now. 3 minutes.
Hi team. Hi. See, I just want to.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I just wanted to understand 2 things here. Since you told it is going to be focused on a particular segment of 18 plus youth, how are you going to sell it? Are you going completely online or offline?
Online, sir.
It's a totally online mode of sales. Yes, sir. Totally online mode of sales, and our promotion strategy involves using Instagram influencers due to their high reach to the consumer.
But you told me that the product it was an utter failure. So
It is not an utter failure, sir. The difference is we want to grow the market. It wasn't an utter failure. We want to increase the number of sales that we're having right now.
No, initially, what was the sales volume that you had in the product? What was the initial sales volume you had?
So initially we sold around 200 units in the first year of our production, but that comparatively was very low because of the pandemic. But now, depending on our new innovations and a new feature that we've added, and the way we're going to market the product to the
What is your geography? What is your geography? Which area are you which part of the country are you focusing?
So
are you focusing in India? Are you focusing across the globe?
You can continue.
Yeah. No, sir. Right now, our geography is constructed to metropolitan cities and cosmopolitan cities, because we believe with our online mode of sales, these are cities or geographies that are best adaptable for our line of products.
See, if you wanted to relaunch a product with a lot of success, you really wanted to push into offline segments, because still majority of the Indians depends on products. Once they try to purchase, they go to malls. So that is a culture of the country. If you're really focusing into our country, still a lot of people depends and they go to malls for a lot of purchases that they make, and a lot of impulsive sales happen. So such product being a new product in the market, I don't think online is going to take you anywhere.
So the thing is,
hold on. It's okay. I'll listen to you, but I'll tell you what. See the kind of number that focusing. If it was 200 in the initial times, if you want to triple it, let's say you want to touch 1,000. I don't think online is a very effective tool, because if you want to really relaunch it, if you want to get a high volume, offline is a very crucial part, especially in our country. Major sales happens offline. So I think you missed that part, because offline is a very crucial part. Once a bag reach a showroom, they try to put it on display. So physical feel and touch still is a very crucial part in sales. So this is if you want a new product that comes to the market and you don't want to go for a big volume, it's fine. But if you're really expecting a huge part, I don't think it's a great strategy to be implemented. You have to really focus on the offline part rather than going for online part. As you said, the product was not a big success initially, because online is for those products who just comes out, they don't expect that much of sales there. Still, if you want that massive numbers to happen, it should be offline. What
can I add, sir?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, sir. So I completely agree with you, and I appreciate your inputs into this, and we'll make sure that we focus on that in the future. But
No. See, seriously, if what is the kind of volume that you expect? What is the volume that you expect? What is the volume of something?
Sure.
What is the volume that you expect?
We expect 320 units in this current year.
Adds up to a 60% increase in our sales just by online marketing.
And if I may add one thing, our main demographic that is from the 18 to 30, which was there initially, and we're trying to broaden it up, not just search engine optimization, but also influencer marketing. This will help us. These are
two things.
Presence online. It will help.
What is the additional? What is the additional investment that you're bringing in this? If you're going for a relaunch, what is the additional investment that you're bringing in?
So we're increasing a feature of a portable charger, that is a built-in charger, because that is a need of the hour right now.
What might be the approximate investment on that?
So basically our total cost making the bag is okay. Rishi, you can continue with the finance. No problem.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you. So our current cost of making the product is 1,000 rupees. Which this is with the portable charger, but we believe while with the built-in charger, our cost will actually go down to.
Sorry to interrupt. Your 3 minutes sales pitch time is over. Now the judges can ask questions.
Sure, sir.
What is your pricing appeal like?
So right now our products are priced at 1,600 rupees. This is after everything. So our cost to the product is only 1,000 rupees. Our profit is 600 rupees.
Or do you feel that it's too high?
No, sir.
No. These sort of products are very elastic in nature. There are a lot of substitutes. Can you give me a competitive analysis?
Yes,
So
sir.
we
So-
have our competitors like Ghost. There's a company called as Ghost, which has launched a bag with similar features, but it costs around 3,000 to 4,000. So
And as
comparatively,
we-
we have our prices less with our. Yeah, Rishabh, sorry.
And as we mentioned, our initial demography was 18 plus. So we don't believe in charging, say, like as Ghost prices are at 3,500. Comparatively, our product is at half the price.
Okay, what is your manufacturing plan like? How do you get it manufactured?
If I may, Rishi.
Please, Arvind, go for it.
Okay, so I was in charge of planning this whole thing, and we believe that investing in factories and workers is not the route to go. Hence, we will be outsourcing the manufacturing to China and factories in China, and they will be manufacturing this particular product according to our quality standards, according to our feature sets and the specifications that we provide. And this is the most cost-effective strategy, and while ensuring security for our particular company, so that we don't invest a lot and to ensure that we don't have that much
What's the
amount of
payback
loss.
period? Payback period?
Rishi Finance.
So
Payback period.
So payback period, we believe our I'm sorry, you told payback period.
Yeah.
Okay, so
how many years do you expect to break even?
No, I understand, sir. So right now, according to our current projection, we plan on breaking even in 5 years.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
In
What is
5
it?
years. 5 years.
So what is the total amount of investment which you are
Total amount of investment has been 5 lakhs. That is right now due to our we have hit a small slag due to the pandemic, so that's why the 5-year slag. So we should have been breaking even much before, but due to the pandemic and the current slowdown that we had previously, we believe 5 years is the payback period.
Give me an idea about the expected market share in the next 5 years, year-wise.
Okay, year on year, is as we told, we'll be having 60% growth. Okay, we plan on we target on actually.
So that's your growth rate, but then with
Yes, sir,
competitors in place, what is your market share?
So we plan on having a market share of at least 5% total.
Okay. Starting off, first year or in the 5th year?
By 5th year.
So, and coming back to the point of our bags having a lot of substitutes, as you mentioned, our material is slash proof, and for students, 1/6 might be a big amount to pay for, say. But if that's like an investment, which is a long-term investment, so once they buy our bags, they don't have to repeatedly buy our bags because these are very durable bags that they can get.
What you should understand is, see,
yes, sir.
As a maker of such products, such things can be copied out very fast.
Yeah.
Whatever you bring in the market, your competitors can also bring in the market.
Sure, sir. So that's why we are going to be innovating every year to get better features out. So we stay on top of the game. So as of now, these are the features we have right now.
You have not begun the game.
Not just
beginning the game. How can you
in the future,
sir?
in the future, we can be in a better position to have the control over the market. And the features we have right now. Yeah, sure. No problem.
Okay. Not just innovation, but we're going to focus on building loyalty and establishing a trend in the market. We want to make sure that our brand is synonymous with style and fashion. And we follow the current fashion
loyal to a bag, yeah. There is no.
Okay,
is
so
loyal to any
if I
bag.
may also,
any
I'm
bag,
sorry.
any brand.
I'm
sorry to interrupt. Your time is over.
Okay, so can I just add one last point? Now
The
we
time is
also
over.
have a
Sorry,
green initiative.
sorry. The thing is that it's scheduled time is over for you.
Okay, sorry, but we want to tell that our bags has a recycled line of denim jeans. Our straps are made from recycled denim. So this is a green initiative that we want to implement.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, team.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, sir.
You can leave. The team can leave now.
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Sir. Have a good day.
Who is the next team?
Yes, sir. They have been entering. They have just gone to the request.
Because if you can tell us the number, I can have a look at what
Yes,
is
sir.
what they have done before.
So the next one is next team is MG12.
12. Okay.
MG12.
Roshan, we can ask questions when they are presenting, right? No need to wait for the.
Yes, sir. You can ask questions.
Okay.
Hope the team is inside. Can you please respond?
I think you can start. 12.
The team MG12 is here, right? Can you please
Yes, sir.
confirm any of the
Yes, sir.
participants? You can start actually. Members of the team, please see that you will be losing your presentation time if you are making the delay. Members of team MG12, please start presentation.
Sir, actually,
Yes,
1 second, sir. So can we start?
yes, please.
You can start.
Good evening, sir. So our product is actually backpack, and I am the marketing head of the company. And we have a sales head here. Sales head, please introduce yourself.
Hello, sir. So I'm the sales head of this 2K22, and our product is backpacks. So we are deciding to relaunch it.
Yeah, so our company is right now in a failure. Our company is not that successful in the market. So we have planned to bring out new strategies of remarketing. So actually, first we have planned to bring a very huge breakthrough by promoting it more to a wider range of customers. We have planned to target many segments of customers. Right now, we have a website and an Instagram.
Can you tell me what caused the failure?
Sorry.
What made that failure? What was the reason of failure?
Actually, we actually targeted only. We actually promoted just. We produced just travel bags and a few fancy bags. So it only targeted that segment of
brand to any of the categories, so they can explore or they can use it. So we only produced a small amount of. We didn't know how it actually works. We are the starting company, so it was a huge failure for us.
The top management themselves know what is exactly the reason of failure.
Yes, sir. So we're actually planning to bring our company back. So we have planned a few things to market it more using. We've planned to bring an brand.
If the product is a failure, what is the point in extending to many other segments? You should first of all analyze the reasons of the failure and then address the reasons first before relaunching the product to many other segments.
Yeah, we strongly believe that our bags were a success in that particular sector where we actually targeted targeted travelers, and we mostly sell those kind of bags. So it was it was actually a profit in that segment. So we believe that if we bring more of like fancy bags or school bags, and
But the reason for relaunching the product is that it was a failure, right? We are starting off with that assumption saying that the product was a failure, and that is why you are relaunching it. So you are flip-flopping. So first you said it's a failure, now you say it's a success. What is the truth?
No, it was not a grand success, but to a very few, what to say, it didn't actually work out the way we thought. That is the main reason. We actually
that is what is called as a failure.
Yes, sir. So we are trying to remarket it.
But you don't know what made that product fail. You're clueless.
The product was not actually a failure, but we wanted to increase the sales. The sales was very low. That was the main reason of the failure in the market.
Did you do a market research before launching the product?
Sorry?
Did you do a proper marketing research before launching the product? Have you understood the market before launching the product? Because if you understand the market very well, you may not end up into a failure. So did you do a proper marketing research before entering the product?
We actually did not do it in the beginning. So that's what I was saying. We're now, so we are now searching for a market, and we're going to market it in a very huge.
I think team, you are not very clear about the the marketing's the basic fundamentals of marketing. Before launching a product, you should do the market research first.
Yes,
otherwise
sir.
it's bound to be a failure, isn't it?
Yeah, that is what I said. It was a
By
failure.
knowing now the strategies that we are increasing our sales. SWAT means strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats. By knowing that now
It's
only
fine. My question was, if you have not done a market research before, you're going to relaunch the product now. Are you planning to do a market research before relaunching the product?
Yes, sir.
Sorry
Yes, sir.
to interrupt. The sales pitch, the investor's time is over. The board of directors' time is over. You can go with the sales pitch.
Karen, sales always comes second. Board of directors always stands first. If they want to ask something, let them ask, because we always play the second part of the story. Ultimately, it's them who decides whether to launch it or not. Anyways, yeah.
Okay, fine.
So go ahead, sir. Go ahead. If you want, sir, go ahead. Can complete
No,
the point. After that.
let them make the sales pitch also. Let's see.
Yeah, MC's decision is final in regard to timings.
All right.
Investors are more important, right? So
okay, yeah. Sir, see, you went for a research. I mean, you went for a relaunch. So I have 2 points. Was it how did the sale happen? Is it an offline sales that has happened or online sales that has happened?
it was means most of them are offline. Mostly in offline. We didn't actually improve in online. That's
What do you mean by most?
No.
What do you mean by most? Is it 1 out of 10, or is it 10 out of 10, or is it 9 out of 10?
Actually, sir, I think I can make it more clear. Actually, we started it like a small business. Doing it, we started like a cottage industry.
What do you mean by small business? You are selling 200 bags every day or 200 bags every year? Talk in figures. Small means what?
200 bags every
The
year.
money you are looking out for. What is the money how much of money do you want from us? How much should we fund you? Because to fund, we need to know the figures. Very simple. We are not interested in small, big, bigger. That is English.
I think I lost my network. I can't hear you properly. It's not clear.
See, we need all your arguments in figures. What is your sales volume?
What is the expected volume? What is the sales volume? And what is the margin by which you operate? What is the incentives that you give for the sales guys who push the sales? Because you said offline. Offline is a very complicated business. You have a showroom where you try to push the product. You have n number of sales guys who actually directly interact with the customer. So what is the incentive that you give? What is the training budget that you have? How are you putting up the product? Which area of the shop are you trying to put great success? So once you try to relaunch it, the minute details matters. Where the product is being positioned. If you are going for a big a showroom, where the product will be put at. What is the whether it's on site, how much margin or how much price that you have to additionally invest on that? Because if it's a big showroom, you have to pay a lot of money to put it on the the main areas where customers have eyesight. So all these areas, how many budget that you've allotted for that? So I want a clear picture of that. If it is an offline sales. Online, I'm not sure, because offline, if you're going in, they're all very crucial factors. What is the kind of training budget that you have? The kind of margin at which you're operating? What is the push offer that you have? Since it will not be since you said it was not a successful product, it might have to be relaunched, and you have to give some promotional offers, some promotional activities has to be there. So what is the total budget that you have? What is the budget that you allot for that? How are you planning? Are you going for a distribution model?
Very simply, can you tell us the cost of making the bag and what is your profit percentage? So what would be the selling price? Just give us an idea about it. What is the cost of making a bag? What is your profit percentage? If so, what is the retail price?
Sorry
How
to
do you
interrupt.
compare
Sales
your
pitch
price to
time is
competition?
over. The judges can ask questions now. Sales pitch time is over. Sir, Joji sir can continue.
Yeah. What is
I think the
cost
group
of
have
making
left
the
the
bag?
room. Group have left the room, I suppose.
Nobody is there.
Yeah,
Only
yeah,
one person
is
seems to be there, but they can't see anyone there.
They just took
Okay,
a.
you've got
took
something
a
to
Yes.
tell
transit.
us, members?
Yes, sir. I think they have left.
Karen, generally the sales review goes for the whole day. You will be smashed onto the wall. That is the general style of sales reviews.
I
Okay?
think the team has coolly escaped. They were not able to answer any of the questions, so they just.
MG12, you are there. Three people are there
I
in the
think
room, but they have muted and.
They muted. I think one. Now you can see
Hello?
only. Okay.
Do you
Roshan?
want to continue or else can we stop? Group.
Sir, actually there are
Yes.
two more participants here.
But they are on mute.
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
One is on mute, another is. I don't
Okay,
know,
sir.
we don't see
Then we'll ask them to whether they are continuing or not. Team MG12, are you continuing, or shall we call the next team? It's actually fine, and that if team MG12 is not ready to answer, it's fine. It's okay that we'll just call with the other team because we are lagging behind time.
Okay, all the best to group 12.
All the best, MG12.
You can call other team, actually.
Oh, okay, fine. That's fine.
That's okay, fine. All the best to you.
Thank you, sir.
So as this was a bit unexpected, we have just informed the other team. They will be joining soon within few seconds.
Group 16.
Okay, team MG16, you can start.
Yeah, just is our other teammate on? Rohit, can you see?
Yeah, let me see.
Yeah, can you just please check? He's also in the waiting room, I think.
He was in the waiting room, but he left now. Can you just ask him to send a request again?
Yeah, 1 minute.
Okay. Sir, actually, for the information of the judges, the three of the candidates, three of the team members are joining together from a system, from a single system, and one person, another is joining in another account, like another system. It is due to some technical difficulty. Please see that. Please
For
take
a
care of
show
it.
of teamwork,
Yes, sir. That is fine, right?
I think they can start.
Okay. Sir. Team MG16, you can start. Your teammate is here.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes, you are audible. You can start.
Yes. Hi. A very good afternoon to all the judges and the investors. We are group MG16, or even otherwise the flashback. So it is the main concept behind this relaunch is not because we were a failure. It was because we tried to capture a market very aggressively, and which also had a very huge potential. And the main factors we thought was because of our price, because it was high, because we were also very dedicated and keen on providing the best quality to our customers. And that was the major backfall that we noticed. So that's why we collectively came up with plans to reduce the cost of our bags, so that we can help them penetrate them deeper into the market. And rather than focusing on the greater segment, we are now having a vision of penetrating into the niche market of it. So
What was your price?
So at the beginning, we had priced it at around 4.5 thousand, sir.
For a bag?
Rupees. Yes, sir.
No wonder you failed.
I'm sorry, sir.
You said 4,500 or 1,500?
4,000.
4,500, sir, per bag.
Seriously?
Okay.
Yes,
so
sir.
no
I'm not sure
wonder you failed.
And also you say that you've been focusing like, other people at that time. Now you are saying that you're going for a niche.
Yeah. So, so by niche, we'll explain. So by niche, we mean
So
the
when you
market.
reduce the price, you go to a niche?
No. So by niche, we mean the market itself has changed. So initially, we were.
What is your understanding of niche?
Yeah. So in niche, we mean a smaller target segment of the market. So we understand your confusion, which is why I'm clarifying.
We don't have confusion. We have absolute clarity of what a niche is. You are confused.
No, sir. What we're saying is a niche, as in our customers are lesser now. But the thing
that is called a failure, not a niche.
No, sir. Instead of the mass consumer market, now we're targeting businesses. So, which is why our price drop is actually a big win for us. I'll explain how it is. So we're hoping to get higher orders. We already have a couple of clients with us. So we're hoping to get higher orders because of the economies of scale. So now from 4,500, our price has come down to 3,500. And we're partnering
with the niche, you are trying to look at economies of scale. That is interesting.
Yeah. So the corporates,
so with a very small number of orders, you are going to build in large economies of scale.
So we have small number of clients, but big number of orders. Because like we said, now instead of selling, like, let's say to me, myself as an individual, or Rohit as an individual, now we are selling it to Deloitte, who would give it to their own employees. And we'll tell you why this is like a big win for us. Because for example, like, let's say now with work from home, with the pandemic, a lot of our work is not in one place. Like we are either in we are at office sometimes, we're at home the other times. So this balance
work
is
from
required.
Home is basically at home.
Yeah. So I'm saying like it is a mix. Like it's not always work from home. It's not always at the office as well. Like it depends on the government regulations. And sometimes it's also at our clients' places. So the employees have to travel a lot and carry their work along with them. Yes. One main thing they carry is their laptop. So the reason is also on the marketing.
The consumer market, you are saying that from the consumer market, you are going to put it into B2B market.
Yes.
Right. So do you plan to increase the sales when you target the B2B customers?
Yes, sir.
And you are altogether eliminating the consumer market, are you?
Yeah. So like we said, we are increasing our sales because even though the number of customers per se is smaller, but the number of orders is larger. And with economic,
fine. So the pricing you said from 4,500, you're planning to reduce it to
3,000.
3,500. How are you planning to achieve this price reduction?
Okay,
Sir,
so
I can add on to
I'll
that.
just pass on to our operations head. So he will explain to you how we are achieving this lower price.
Yeah, good afternoon, judges. So the very first thing where we lost on the operations part is the fact that given the target volumes to be achieved, that wasn't possible. And the second part is considering.
Understood. Please come to the answer straight away. I asked you, how are you planning to achieve the price reduction?
Yes,
are you planning to change the quality of the material, raw material? What are you planning?
So one is quality of the raw material. The second part is in place of the existing employees, we've brought in another machine with better technology and better accuracy, due to which we get bags out faster, thus replacing the manpower and the cost we would pay as this.
A normal laptop bag will cost something like 450 to 800 rupees. And if you're buying a laptop, you usually get a laptop bag free.
Right. Sir.
And here you are going to sell it to businesses at a price of 3,500 with absolutely zero differentiation in your product.
So,
there is no point in differentiation because you are going to be a contract manufacturer. So when you are a contract manufacturer, you are selling it to Deloitte, they are going to ask for a plain bag and you are going to sell that to 3,000 rupees.
Okay. Yeah, so first thing is, this is not just a plain laptop bag.
Sorry to interrupt, your time is over in this round. You can go with the sales this round.
Okay, fine. Here's the flashback. And so the main question is, why would you buy a flashback from us? So, I'm a salesman, so you probably won't
Hold on
trust
a
me.
sec. Just a second. Just a second. Yeah. Hold on a second. Sir, you were continuing say something. You can proceed with that. No. Bala sir, you were saying something. You can proceed with that. After that, we can continue.
Right. I wanted to ask him about how is he planning to reduce the manufacturing
Sir,
cost.
I can add on to
saying
that.
Okay, explain to that.
Sir,
That is important.
Yeah, because see, it was at 4,500. We were looking, the cost of production per unit was around 1,200 because we were using high leather and high quality material. Now, as we are reducing the price to 3,500, we are looking at a cost of manufacturing around 850 per unit. So that is the main reason how we are going to reduce. And we have got the supplier who are going to give us the correct volume with the right quality. Because as you guys told, there was a confusion where you felt that when we are reducing the prices, you are thinking that we are decreasing the quality. No, we have got a new supplier who's going to.
Then you have to change the whole positioning. The whole positioning is going to change.
No, sir, we are just reducing the price.
Is different.
And the cost
value chain is different. So
no,
what
sir,
is the value chain you're having now?
The utility value and functionality of the product is same.
Product
and
is
also,
same.
Sir, another thing is, with our orders are higher, we are also placing higher orders for our raw materials.
Yes,
so in that way,
is the
also
main
the
thing.
cost has come down.
We have got a good supplier going to give us same quantity, but at a lower price. The quality is not that we are compromising now. Only the price we are reducing because we have got a good supplier.
How many units do you plan to sell a month?
Yeah. So this basically depends from client to client requirements. So for like
you are saying your order has increased. So when you say your order has increased, you tell us in different numbers, month wise, year wise.
Yeah. So
otherwise, how are you going to procure your raw materials?
Yeah, so per month we expect to manufacture at least 10,000 backpacks, at least manufacture them, and per client and on an average we are selling around 2,000, 2,500. That's only for the new hires. So based on their specific requirements, they would also place further orders first. Like we said, we are achieving to get higher business because of economies of scale, and from a marketing standpoint also our communications are changed. If you have seen our previous communication, we were talking about pack in a flash and all of that stuff, but now we have moved towards sturdy safety, things what businesses value more. So
one more thing to add, though the volume, why we are terming this is not as a marketing failure, because though the volume of sales was low through our online platform, the repeat orders from customers was high. So there is actually a need for our product that customers are buying. That is
Sorry to interrupt. Your sales pitch time is over. The judges can ask the questions.
There's one point I want to add. See, I feel like, in the organization, you did nothing for a long while. You're at the edge of getting fired. So you have to come up with something. That's why you have an idea like this. That's what I feel like.
Sir, I wouldn't say that. I would say that from our point of view, like we said, we have assessed the situation, and it's not our product quality, it's the pricing.
Buddy, I got your point. I got your point, but the whole, you have reversed the whole ideology of coming up with the bag. See, you initially told me that you have a bag worth 4,500. You are trying to change the segment of customer you're focusing on, and you're totally, changing the quality of the bag. Which means since you have a job in your hand, you have to do something with your job. Since you have been paid every month, that's why you come up with an idea like this. That's what I feel like.
No, sir.
No,
We
sir,
have
we
a
don't
clear
come like
plan.
that because we are focusing
from a
on
value
premium
added,
quality.
see, from a value added
Because
brand
yeah,
owner,
Deloitte
you're
being a big
you're degrading yourself as a contract manufacturer.
No, sir. I wouldn't say that. Like I think you're still putting us in the same classification as a normal.
No.
Convinced
What
as to why you are
started
getting a
no,
repeated order. Why are you
What I
getting
feel
a
like
repeated order? What is the reason?
Sir, can you repeat the question? I couldn't hear.
What is the reason of getting repeated orders?
Yeah, so sir, the repeated orders definitely on one side it builds loyalty for us
Yes.
on our end. So that is the main intention behind it. So like we offer like special discounts not only on quantities but on the frequency of orders our clients place.
So it's not that customer is buying; he would be, gifting the bag to somebody else. So that is what the repeated orders. So the quality is also not that we are compromising. The sales are also going.
Sorry to interrupt. I'll tell you a concept. In especially when an organization like Deloitte, what happens is that the employees of Deloitte generally are very brand cautious. So I don't think they might go with your brand, which is not a reputed brand. So how do you tackle that?
Yeah, so the thing was, like we said, this was like the what do you call the hybrid mode of working and stuff, where a bag would be where an employee would buy a bag and he would just keep it in his house. He wouldn't actually have a functional benefit for it. But now times have changed. Like a backpack is actually extremely crucial. Like like we said, like with the technology we've used, it's super easy for you to pack
Come on, buddy.
very quickly with the
Don't
comfort.
try to tell me that it's like a boost. The ad of boost generally says that it will change everything. Bag has got nothing to do
No,
with
it's
your life.
not. I
Seriously.
mean, like I'm
After all, it's a
saying,
backpack,
we have like the lightweight and the compartments designed so that you can actually pack quicker and you can pack more in your bag. So the idea is like for an employee to run to places, for example, let's just say a client meeting is there, a crucial client meeting which is scheduled at the last minute, and like your employee has to make it there in time. He has a lot of things to pack and he needs to get prepared. Like this bag would give you that extra edge. So
Yes.
like compared to the other bags. And we feel like from our initial research and like after speaking to a couple of our clients, this is why we entered into the B2B market.
You're
Like
talking about
they
laptop
said that
bags,
they
no?
need. Yes, sir.
You're talking about laptop bags, right?
It's not exactly a laptop bag, sir. So for example, let's say
Multifunctional.
in Deloitte, it would be a laptop bag. But let's say if we were working with a creative agency, they would need they could also put the laptop as well as their cameras and their tripods. Like it is a multi-purpose bag, and
Yeah.
plus like it's waterproof. This year in India, I are in Bangalore and rained for all the 12 months in the year. So like a 450 rupee bag is not going to help
You
protect
can
your
just
equipment.
inflate the bag and it becomes a boat, and then during the flood you can travel in that boat and like that.
I
It's a
mean, maybe
multi-purpose.
50 years down the line, we'll see if
We
those
can do that.
possibilities are available. But as of now,
No wonder you are not able to sell your bags.
It's not
yeah, so like we're saying, it was just volumes on the consumer
the
market.
sales pitch has to be definite with supportive figures. So how much
Yeah.
of money should I give you?
We have.
You are doing a very pep talk.
So this
Not
is our,
convincing at all.
and our CEO here is going to show you how many things we have packed along with our laptop. So here we have shoes for the adventure goer. We have flip flops, sir. This really big jacket, and there's like a calculator and all. But here's a laptop, no scratches, along with all of those things which are in. And this is just one laptop. And I'm saying like there's a lot of things you can still pack in this bag. Like if you have gone through our communication on Instagram, we have already shown you how the utility value of this bag. And companies have also started to realize that this value is needed, especially in the hybrid mode and in the future of work from home, which is why they are partnering with us.
Sorry for the interruption. Your time is over. Thank you, team MG16.
Thank you. Thanks
Thank
a
you.
lot. Thanks a lot.
And all the best.
The next team. MG33.
The next team is MG33. I hope the team is in. Can you respond, team MG33?
Yes, we are here.
You can start presenting.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I, Meghna Dinesh, the head of marketing department, is here to inform you on the relaunch of our latest brand new backpack, Infinity 1.0. We had recently changed our logo and tagline, and the strategy of this change was very much needed after noticing how our sales had gone down by 12%.
You're relaunching your brand new product?
Yes.
Oh, that's great. We start with the relaunch.
No, it's not a brand new product, but since we made some innovations to it, it is presently brand new.
And in the initial,
Okay, but then what was the
that
reason for the failure? Why are
It was
you
not launched before the relaunch, sir.
yeah.
The reasons for the failure was that the product was not catering to the customer's needs, which they noticed that it was very much similar to the old fashion of the backpacks. Infinity 1.0 is a backpack, right? So it's just.
So you didn't do your homework properly, right? So you didn't do your homework properly before you launched it.
and moreover, you told us that you told us that you're happy to inform that you are relaunching. Nobody approved yet. Nobody approved. The board of members are here. The sales team is here. So first, let us approve that. Then we'll look for relaunching. Okay.
Oh yes, surely.
What's the price
Okay,
of
so
the bag?
it's about 1,000 range.
You are not sure.
Our team says that it's 1,999. We still need your approval at the moment, and after that
The
we
price
have
of the old range or the relaunched one?
relaunched one.
What was the price of the failed?
It was 799.
You have a very talented PA. If that PA wasn't there, you would have really screwed up.
So
So
from
as a marketing
799,
head, you're not sure about your figures, right? As a marketing head, you should be very clear about your figures. You do not even know the price of the product. And from 799, you're just jumping into 1,999. Will it sell in the market? Have you done any fresh marketing research before relaunching a product?
so what is the spice? What is additional spice that you are adding for this price increase of 1,200 rupees?
Right. What are the reasons for increasing the price? Have you added any?
We have added new innovations to it. Since our largest customer segment is young adults and teenagers, they are looking forward to new technologies in their bags. Such as we've introduced a smart screen.
I have a teenage daughter,
smart
and I
screen to
will never buy a 2,000 rupees worth of a bag for her because it's too expensive for a teenage.
But maybe she is interested in it.
Whatever, 2,000 for a school bag, it's a ridiculous amount. You show
It's
me the
not
value.
just school bags that we are catering to. School bags there are different segments of bags, right? We can
See,
use
what is your segment very clearly? What are you where are you trying to sell us?
young adults basically.
Young adults, are they employed?
Yeah, they might be employed. Yes.
Be clear. Are they students or are they employed?
Both students and employed people.
Percentage, please.
If they are students, how can they be employed?
I think the segment
They
and
can do
the
part-time
strategy
jobs,
is
right?
standing next to her.
students of what? Graduation, undergraduation, post-graduation, and then employed?
All of them.
Be clear about your segmentation. As a board member, we are really concerned.
They are all students, right? According to you, students include all of these, right?
It will be like the ambassador car which just launched, one car for the whole country. That won't work. See, I'll tell you what, being a sales guy, I'll tell you what, when you launch up a product, no offense, okay, no offense, but I'll tell you what, when you come up with a product, to which category are you looking at? Because here you have got hundreds of brands that sells bags every day. You just try to put up, type and trying to tell us that we have launched a bag which is for all the segment. Who is going to buy it up? What bag? See, if it is a kid segment, I'll tell you an example of bags. Fast Track is a brand that launches bags for people. Which segment they are exactly focusing on? Do you have any idea on that?
Adults, young adults, basically. Because they are more into fashionable things, right?
No. Fast Track is a company which it's a youth brand, so they will only launch products.
Young adults are basically youth. That's just a fashionable term I'm using, right?
Okay, team. I think you must be clear about the marketing strategy. You should be clear about your product. You should be clear about.
Sorry to interrupt. The 5 minutes is over. Now we are going with the sales pitch of 3 minutes. Sir, you can continue.
I have no clue. Neither she nor me has got any clue with what is happening.
Right. I mean, the team is totally clueless. I mean, even the board members are totally,
Can you tell me something about your pricing?
They have no idea about the pricing. They have no idea.
Other than 799,199, tell me something more about your pricing. The cost, the percentage, things like that.
Sorry, we've lost the power here.
Yeah, that we know that.
We are also lost.
Happened.
We are also lost.
In every sales reviews that generally happens, don't worry on that. Okay.
Yes, I agree.
We are also in dark in terms of your segmentation, targeting, etc.
Yes.
See, don't get offended. Okay. Once you come up with the, you are coming to us, trying to tell us that invest my bloody money on your product. And do you think that is just going to happen like that? See, the sales people,
it's your choice. I'm not
take you and
forcing you
smash
to
you
do
to
it.
the wall. Okay. See,
We are not forcing customers.
We
We are
invest
just,
money on you.
yes, we are not forcing customers or board members to
All right.
approve our product.
Yes. Yeah, got it.
Can you tell us something more about your pricing?
So we decided to reject the whole proposal.
Even you got the message, right?
Yes. Sir.
If you want to invest, you invest. Otherwise,
That's
otherwise you get out. You just
And
get
the
out.
team says they don't bother about the board members also.
We've done survey and we have taken customer feedback and found out that they wanted to integrate new technologies into their products. Everything is going online and digital, right? So we've implemented a smart screen and a fingerprint.
Screen in the bag.
Yes, on the back of the bag.
It will not break. Will it break or will it not break?
No, it has a protective screen.
Sorry, dear. I'll tell you what. What is the practicality of having a fingerprint sensor on a student's backpack? Do you think, other than books,
I
he has
don't
got
think
some drugs in it or what?
Seriously. No, there's money in it.
I think the parents can check the fingerprint.
Why should?
Not only that, she said that there should be a smart
There
screen
can be
on the bag.
pocket money in it, right?
Yeah,
and
see,
maybe
I think
they
you
can
really
carry
miss that practicality.
college students can carry laptops in it. They can get stolen, right?
See,
so this is for the
point
customer
of
safety and protection. That's what we are aiming at.
Can you
What is the
imagine
distribution
what
strategy?
is the price range that?
Once more.
What is
What
the
is the
distribution
distribution strategy that you've got? Yeah, that's what Sir asked. What is the distribution strategy that you have got?
Sorry to interrupt. The sales pitch time is over. The judges can ask the questions.
Thank you, sir.
So how many competitors are there for this bag market? How many competitors approximately? Any idea? What is the manufacturing plan? What is the manufacturing plan? Do you want to have a machine installed manufacturing, or is it handmade?
We hire.
What? Hire, outsource?
Yes, outsourcing.
Made
Where
to
in
quality.
China, Bangladesh, where is it?
What is the cost of buying? What is the cost of buying one bag from China or wherever, whatever?
You see, the reason we are choosing this price is that because it consists of quality, right?
No. That's not my question. My question is at what price do you buy? You said you are selling at 1999. At what
Yes.
price are you going to buy?
Same
Okay,
amount.
thank you. What is your profit percentage?
No, they buy and sell at the same price. That's what said. The cost and price is same.
You do not want profits.
We are
So
seeing
why should I give you money? I'm not going to give you any money.
very unique
Maybe
example of
20% profit.
Not
financial
maybe.
engineering.
You should be sure. So I am a financer. I am here to lend you money.
80 to 20% profit.
So what is your expected monthly sales volume or yearly sales volume? In how many years do you expect to get payback on your investment? What is the money needed?
Within
from
2
us?
years.
What is the money needed from our side?
What? Excuse me? Once again?
You are off context every time.
No,
What is
your
the
voice.
money you are expecting? How much money should we fund you? Every time you are off context. Dear professional, you need to sharpen. You should know your business well. You should know your product well. You should know your pricing well. You should know your make well. You should know your distribution strategy well. And even your promotion well. Do your homework properly before coming to any investor. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
All the very best for your participation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All the very best.
Thank you.
Sir, that was MG33. We'll be coming up with MG13, MG13 soon. They'll be joining soon.
Roshan, is this the final round?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's the final round.
Okay. So how many more teams? 4, right?
Sir, including MG13, 4 teams. Yes, sir.
4. Okay. Make it a little faster.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Will do. Team MG13 is here. Ask your co-participants again to join fast. Once all the participants are in, you can start presenting.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Okay, now everybody is in. MG13 can start.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You can start your presentation.
In G13, your presentation time is on. You will be losing time. You can start fast.
Good evening, sir. Hope you are well. My name is Sanal. I'm the CEO of MB Morris Baggage.
Are you okay? You sound very sick.
Sir, throat infection.
Yeah, we are all fine here. You can continue. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, sir. So our team members are Vijit, he is a managing director. Anju, R&D team. Sariu is a marketing head. Our product is backpacks. Comparing to the previous years, our current year profit has some loss happened because of the pandemic. Our planning has some failures happened. Our marketing managing director Vijit is explain about that.
Good afternoon, sir. In our nowadays, our profit is less because of some problems in the organization and outer of the organization. The main problem is our organization not compare with competitors. That's the main problem affected in our strategy. In our new generation, all are focusing on online media, but in our daily life of the organization, they will not focus on the online media. It will affect all over the profit in the market. So we can adapt so many opportunities in the organization. Basically, to adapt so many strategies.
Can you just tell us why you have failed?
Because of some promotional activities, some competitors advantage, and some price variations.
What is this sum? Can you just pinpoint? What is this sum? You have to be very specific.
It come from some advertisement. We not focus on some segment of people. Mainly focus on students. In the fail reason is we can all know some pandemic situation. The schools and colleges are locked because of some pandemic situation. So the students and the parents will not buy new bags or backpacks in this pandemic years. That's the main problem of to delay in the profit and
So then we should close down, right?
Yes, sir.
We should close down.
That's the main reason.
Business.
Yes, the whole business is closed down. The revenue will decrease in this situation.
See, I was going through your Instagram advertisement, and in that it is mentioned that you are giving a 30% off on an MRP of $9.99, and you have put it as $7.99. So who did the math? Huh? Who calculated that? Is it the marketing head who has calculated, or the finance head you are calculated, or the operations guy? Because what is 30% of $9.99?
Finance department calculated.
Oh, they have calculated. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And so we don't need to go for any other reason why you people have failed, because you don't even able to calculate the percentage.
Sorry, sir.
We are also very sorry.
Buy a calculator.
Really? Okay. So we are also sorry that we are in the board of director of people who cannot even calculate 30% of 1,000.
Sorry, sir. It's my mistake.
By mistake, yeah. Okay.
That's the main reason.
That is the reason why you people have failed. You don't know.
Yes, that's the reason. There is no strategy can formulated in.
Who is Mr. Chatterjee?
Me also.
You are Mr. Chatterjee.
Yes, sir.
Sorry to interrupt. The time for the board of directors is over. Now it's a time for sales pitch.
I think we have to
Let
sack the
Harish sir
whole
continue.
sales team and then close the company.
No, I think that is agreed by the team. No, they already said
They have already agreed.
that is the best
Because,
way they can close
the finance
down.
cannot calculate. He keeps on saying sorry, sorry, sorry. So we are also saying sorry. Get lost.
Even over to you, because I am floored by their maths.
Sir, in our daily life, we can make mistakes.
Correct. Yeah. We can put that in our
but
brochure.
not with money, buddy.
Not with
you cannot
And
make a
you
mistake.
pay for it also. If you make mistakes, you pay for it.
Yes.
In our marketing, there are 4 stages. We are in decline stage. That's the reason for step back.
Do you have anybody in the team who can explain a little better? Do you have anybody else in the team? Because we are not able to understand what you're talking and what are your plans. So is anybody else in the team who can explain our answers?
Yes, sir. So in the end of this year, we face
Who is
some.
this? Who is this?
Yes, I am Sarayunath. I am the marketing head department.
You are hiding behind other people? Or?
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in the end of this year, we face some failures in our business. We mainly market our backpack to the students and we mainly focus the students. So we advertise our product to attract the students. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic situations, we face a large loss in our business. Our products demands also reduces. In COVID-19 pandemic situations, the demand for online marketing increases very rapidly. So we couldn't able to focus on it. But we have both new changes in our marketing strategies. Now we focus to market our product to all categories of peoples. We diversified our marketing strategies to online marketing, social media marketing, direct selling, and email marketing. And also through direct sellings, we provide gift to the travel bags and students bags, provide discounts and offers in virtual marketing.
You are going to directly sell your travel packs to the customers, going door to door?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Really? All India?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. No more questions.
That is very interesting, by the way. So tell me, what is the model that you opt to do it? Are you going to recruit sales staffs for that? Or are you going to go for a distribution model for that? Or are you going to get into a contract?
Yeah, we recruit sales staffs for that. Also, there are many.
Really? You just said that? Because what might be the number of sales guys you might need to sell that? So let's assume a guy, so what will be the daily volume that you expect to happen? And what is the total strength of sales?
Sir, sorry to interrupt. The sales pitch time is over. You can continue asking questions.
Yeah,
Eben, the strategy is very clear. You can put all the bags in a big bag, put it on the head and go through the different streets. You can always say bag, backpack. That is direct marketing, right? Am I clear? Is it correct, the team, MG13?
So you try to tell me that the 3 months, see, who you try to recruit in somebody, he might at least take 2 to 3 months to get onto track and start selling your bag. So the kind of investment that you make is 3 months salary. So imagine you have let's say 200 people bare minimum. The kind of investment that you make for 3 months. So that will be around 20,000 into 1. That is 20,200 into 3. So you know the kind of money that you invest into it. Have this dynamic across and the kind of acceptance that you might have when you go to a household. So how do you calculate it? How do you plan it out? Because the kind of investment that you're going to make is really huge. You can expect somebody to come and be productive just like that in a minute. At least 3 months. Especially when you're going to sales. And what might be the HR part? How many HR people will be there to handle all these people? You just imagine the kind of finance department that you should have to calculate all the salaries part.
I think the team has gone mute, all of them. So probably.
Yes.
Roshan, can you check whether they are there or not?
Answer the questions.
Yeah, yes, sir.
We are waiting for the answer, MG30. Ebin has asked a very simple question.
There are some clarity issues.
Yeah, there are a lot of clarity.
The time is running. Hope MG13 can continue answering the questions.
So our management strategies actually, we have a HR team. Under this HR team, we have almost 13 branches. We have developed in 3 months. We actually taken 1 year for the preparation already. The pandemic situation, because of this, we have to change. We have to pressurize to change on the online platform. So we are in the. We are trying to starting in the online section. So the website creating we have an IT trainers also, and also we are
yeah, that's great. Just sorry. What might be the budget that you're looking at? See, because you have a sales team, they have to be tracked out. So all these people should have some kind of leaders. They should have a supervisors, managers,
yes,
trainers, have a tracking software. So
sir,
once you
we
go out
started
of
this
once you go and hit the
more than 3 years before. So we have some fund in our accounts.
Do you have?
Hello.
Is your founder's name Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos or
Any idea? So what is the sales force that you're looking at?
Hello. Yes, sir. Please. Sir, once more.
will be the number of sales force that you will have in order to sell the bags to the entire market.
We have lot of salespersons in this field. The trained and developed person.
Sorry to
They are
interrupt. Team
different.
MG13, your time is over. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay,
Thank you, sir.
thanks, sir. Thank you, sir.
Next team is MG06. They'll be joining soon. They are at the waiting room.
Like a firefly, open the night, alive and bright, chasing old shadows. Days grow longer and nights grow shorter as I lie free. Passing streetlights and starry moonlights and I fly free. The days grow longer and nights grow shorter as I lie free. Passing streetlights and starry moonlights and I fly free. Hey! Hey!
Hope the participants are inside. MG06 team, you can start.
Okay. So can we start?
Yes, you can start. Your time has started.
Okay. Good evening, directors. I am the CEO of the company EcoSac, and along with my team, we have come up with a very systemized and strategic relaunch plan for the brand EcoSac.
So I'm the Chief Technical Officer of EcoSac. So we have come up with a root cause analysis for the failure of our product and identified 4 major problems which led to the failure of our product. So the first problem is distrust among the buyers. So the rumor in the market saying that eco-friendly products cannot be strong and durable was making our customers think that our product is not strong enough. So to tackle this problem, we are going to educate our buyers through social media platforms like Instagram Reels and give them a physical evidence and make them believe that eco-friendly products can be strong and durable.
What is the guarantee you have already given for your product?
EcoSac.
Yeah.
So the guarantee that we have given is 8 years. But what has happened is, like,
Okay,
there has been a rumor in the consumer, like among the market, that recycled products are not that sturdy enough. So what has happened is this has created a distrust among the customers. So this is being the primary cause that people are not willing to buy. So to tackle this problem, we have.
Price?
Sorry, sir.
What is the price of the existing product?
So we have around 4 to 5 varied products, like starting from 1399, ranging till 8999, sir.
Are you planning a change in the pricing strategy?
So like what we have planned is actually, for example, now there is some XYZ amount of existing stock that is there with us, which is costing us more than what it is costing us more to keep the existing stock. So what we thought, like, we'll cut down the profit percentage. Like, if, for example, if the profit percentage is 20%, we'll bring it down to 15%. Okay, so that 5% will give them the discount on the product, and this discount will be given them in a flash sale. Like, for example,
we want as a board, we want definite figures, not what you think and what is it like. So
okay,
what are you definitely thinking of proposing?
Okay,
and
so for example,
what will be the impact on the price, also on the bottom line?
Okay, sir. So for example, now considering the basic product like we have, which is priced at almost around 2,000 rupees. Okay, so the cost in making that is almost around 1,600. Okay, so what we are going to do, like, we had a profit margin of 400 rupees. So we'll cut down that pricing. Okay, we'll reduce that profit margin to reduce it 5%, and that 5% will give them the discount in the original price or the selling price, by which consumers will be more attracted to buy that product.
Already there is a trust deficit among the consumers, feeling that eco-friendly products are not durable. Over that, you are going to give a discount. That will add more to the distrust.
Yes, sir. That is where we are bringing into practice or leveraging social media, because we know people today listen to what social media says. And what happens, why is there distress among people, is because of 2 reasons. One is because either they have a bad experience with something, and the second one is they're not educated well. So what we want to do is, firstly, educate them or provide them information about our materials.
No, I am asking,
yes,
when you are giving a discount to a product which is already having a trust issues with the customer, you are adding more to the trust issues. You should increase the price rather than decrease the price.
No, sir. Like, what happens is, for example, if we have around 1,000 bags with us, okay, keeping that stock with us is more costlier than this 5% what we are going to willing to give them. And when we talk about the distrust issue, when as my fellow teammate spoke, that will come up with a very regressive marketing campaign. For example, now we know that Instagram.
Regressive.
Yes,
what do you mean by regressive?
Like, which is sorry, sir, aggressive, like very aggressive marketing campaign, where like, for example, we know that the reach that Instagram Reels can get is comparatively way higher than any other marketing channel.
all these tools were there in the first launch itself, right? These tools were not born on 2022. It was there when you have launched your product. You are not able to leverage those, and now you are saying that you are going to do magic with the tools, which we will not believe. Give us some solid strategies that will help you to tide over the trust issues. Now the discounts will only add more to a consumer's belief that your product is not good.
Yes, sir. So like what we thought, like we have devised a plan that is going to happen in two phases. One is a short term where we'll try to clear up the existing stock and bring down the cost that the company is facing. And then in the long term issue, what we have thought is something we have named it as Operation E Square. So where it is an open threaded platform, open threaded conversation on platforms like Twitter, Reddit, and Discord, where people will talk about experiences and their
Sorry to interrupt.
expectations.
The time for the board of directors is over. Now you can go with the sales pitch.
Okay. Sorry, you can start.
Yeah. So the first thing that we want to come up is, bring in more customer base for us. So first thing that we would leverage is the power of collaboration. So what we would do is collaborate with certain eco-friendly or, sustainable living organizations. So here what can happen is we can also help our customers, come over their distress or maybe tell them more about why sustainability is so important today and why these materials are not at all weak. Then we would also gain customers from this organization. We would also have campaigns both online and offline wherein we would promote them.
So like when
what kind of hold on, just hold on. What
Yes,
kind
sir.
of offline marketing promotions that you might
Campaigns.
have?
Yes.
Yeah. What
Okay.
kind of
So
campaigns you have?
yes, sir. So when we talk about offline campaigns, what we thought of was, we mostly, our original product was about trekking, right? So what we would do is have a campaign both from the communities of our company and from the community of the organization that supports sustainable living. So what we would do is all of them as a community go on a trek. Like we've heard of this thing wherein, people used to come together and pick up trash cans. So now what we would want to do, create a campaign, invite everybody, whoever wants to take part here, and then go on a trek. And then also, have this whole session wherein you clear or move towards sustainable living or a greener planet.
Where it is helping both the causes, sir. Like it is even.
I know. Hold on.
Yes.
So you're trying to tell me that it might take some time, no? Because the ideology is good. There is no doubt on that. But how to make sure that it has been taken out to the customers that you're focusing on? So the methodologies that you have just told me. So this might take some time. So what is the time frame that you expect to make sure that this has been reached out to the customers that you focus on? So what was the time frame that you have?
So like we know that there are different, magnitude like the community operates at. So in the initial stages, we'll approach smaller communities who support sustainable living. So for example,
the problem with that is that my sales volume will not increase. See, if you're trying to tell that, you're trying to tell me that it is a step-by-step advertising. So as a sales perspective, okay, I cannot have the expected sales for the first 4 or 5 months. Okay, you're not. So how do you balance it out? Because it might take 4 or 5 months for that for me to get to the expected level of sales.
Okay, so like what the community collaboration that we spoke about is just one aspect that what we are into, like what we do. So the other aspects that we are looking for is having a strong multi-channel distribution across all like online, offline, wholesale, retail. So what happens is once we have a very strong multi-channel distribution in
Sorry
place.
to interrupt. The sales pitch time is over. Now
Sharon,
the judges can ask the questions.
Yeah, Sharon, just hold on. Yeah.
Okay.
Just a second. Just a second. So, see, the ideology is interesting, but the thing is that, see, if you're trying to tell me that you try to launch the product in distribution offline and online, unless and until customers knows that the specialty of the product, you cannot expect sales to happen. So it's like you invest a lot of money onto it because it's a distribution where you have to position your product, you have to do a lot of promotions on the product. So the initial investment is on the higher side. So let's assume that you take 6 months.
Okay, sir.
So what might be the expected sales volume that you have? And I want to know what is the initial price by which you are launching it, because no matter what the product is, unless and until if we look at the sales perspective, all the consumer products that tries to be positioned, health cautious, let's say you have got recently, boutique is a product that just came in. They try to tell the people that this is a very safe product for the skin. All right. You have got a lot of product that came in which try to tell the customers and consumers that this is a free chemical product. But you look at the trend of it, they came out with a promotion. They might look into 50% discount, or they might look into 1+1. Because
So, like,
the price at which the product is placed is price range is really on the higher side. So are you looking for a price promotion strategy here, or what is the time limit by which?
So like when I spoke about short-term and long-term strategies, in the short-term, like when we are relaunching the brand, we know that there are existing strong competitors like Wildcraft and other brands. And what we'll do is we'll adapt an penetrative pricing strategy. Like in the initial short-term days, we'll have our profit margin to be less, and we'll try to penetrate the market and build the customer equity. So once the customer equity is built and people realize that what products we are offering is sustainable and also with the good quality that we are going to give them, in the long term what we are going to do is
research have proved that it will be very difficult for a product which is having a penetration pricing to move up the ladder and price it at a higher price point. It will be very, very difficult for a low price brand to price it and sell it higher at a later period of time.
So like will not change the pricing.
Your strategy is flawed.
No, sir, will not change the pricing after a few days or will not increase the pricing. What happens is we'll bring in new products. For example, if there is a bag A that is being sold for 999 rupees, like let's consider that we are selling it for 999 in a penetration pricing strategy, that product is going to be in the market. We are not going to raise the cost of that price. But what we are going to do is we are going to come up with a bag B, which is going to be priced at a higher cost, okay, which is once we have the customer equity in place.
Again, research has found out it is very difficult for a company to launch a premium product after they have launched a low price product.
So like
in theory there is something called as an upward stretch. Now upward stretch is a very difficult strategy. You are established in your market as a low price brand owner, it will be very difficult for you to trade up and sell a new product at a higher price. Maruti is suffering from that. A lot of brands are suffering because of that. So that is a flawed strategy.
So like in a short term, like to enter the market as such, to make a presence in like among the competitors like Wildcraft or any other brands, penetrative pricing strategy would play a very key role, because like if we go for a premium pricing, like existing brands like Wildcraft have their own standard, or they have their own quality where people know about that. So people would not opt for a bag that is comparatively at a similar pricing as Wildcraft. So penetrative pricing would work in terms of travel packing or travel baggage category.
Yes.
I think we have to move on because
your recycled product based bag manufacturing is a cost.
Sorry, sir.
Nowhere I found you speaking about talking about the cost and then delivering upon that. You're confused. You're confused as a marketer, because when somebody is saying
Sorry, sir, we could not get you. Like
you said, you are making a bag out of recycled product, right?
Yes, sir.
So that is a sustainability, and you are not at no point of time you are.
Sorry for the interruption. Team MG06, your time is over.
Like just if you could clarify the last doubt.
No, I have not found you holding that cause with confidence.
Okay.
And delivering a better price on that.
Okay, sir.
Maybe your market size itself may be small. Short term, you may not even end up making profits, but then you should have a long term plan.
Okay, sir.
Because you're taking up a very sensible cost.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I didn't find that sort of an argument in your presentation. Otherwise, it was pretty interesting. Thank you. All the best to the team.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, MG06. You can leave. And the next team is MG05. They are at the waiting room.
Like a firefly, open at night, alive and bright, chasing old shadows. starry moonlights and I fly free. The days grow longer and nights grow shorter as I fly free. Passing streetlights and starry moonlights and I fly free. Hey!
Okay, team MG05 is here.
Yeah, please start.
Please start your presentation. Your time is started.
So 1 minute, I think there's some technical issue on the fourth member of our side. Let me just confirm it once.
No, all your 4 members are here.
Yeah, I'm here.
Please start your presentation.
All right. So first, thank you for seeing us. We're going to start off by listing out our failures on our product, the Amigos bags. All right. So firstly, our product became expensive with the presence of, existing offers and other bags. So you see, companies are coming up with different discounts, perks, and offers, and we were just not able to stay in contention or stay in trend with them. Building up on that, we come to the second point. We are existing in a very highly competitive market. So you see, competition decreases our market share and shrinks our customer base, especially if demand for our products or services is limited from the start. And you see, considering we are a new venture, a new startup, so a competitive market can also force us to lower our prices to stay competitive, which you see thereby will decrease our return on each item that we produce and sell. So when too many businesses produce the same products, the market becomes flooded. So you see, as goods are overproduced, our inventory piles up. And when
you cannot blame your competition for failure. Competitors will be everywhere. You cannot wish for a market where you are the only bag maker and all the customers are flooding to your business asking for your bags. We are living in a very competitive world that is taken. Now, if you cannot survive in that market, you can resign and go and find some other job. Don't give that lecture on competition everywhere and competitors are reducing the price. If your customers are not able to buy at the price which you are offering, it is your marketing failure. You're not able to convince the customer about the value. Don't give a lecture on the competition.
Right. So just to answer that question, we completely agree with what you're trying to say. Competition is an inevitable cause, and we're not blaming everything on the competition in itself. All we're trying to say is that when we conducted a pilot survey, for us being a startup with a lot of players in this game already existing, right? There are a lot of things which are very different. And as it was a pilot survey, we also needed some time to figure out these possible changes, which is why our survey did not go as expected, right? And we are very glad to do so because as every business starts, it becomes successful only after it is failed.
Let us be very clear on this. Okay, you tell us what actually have failed you. What was the cause of the failure of your Amigos brand, and what you are going to rectify. We don't want to hear a lecture about competitiveness. We know.
All right, sir.
And if you cannot beat the competition, I think you should just get out of the company. We'll find some other people to replace you. Don't give me a lecture. Tell us why you have failed. What was the pricing mistake, and how you are going to rectify it.
All right, so moving on, we didn't have a clear-cut USP. See, a clear, unique selling proposition is like a basic element for us in our solid marketing strategy. Yet we decided to overlook it, and we did do that blunder. And it is why our product wasn't that much noticed. So you see, the USP is what defines a product or service, and it sets us apart from our competition. So when formulating our product's USP, it was important for us to implement these key elements that we failed to include. Like we didn't try to be unique. We didn't try to impose like a positive and strong enough mindset to pique our market's interest and to get them to talk about it and ultimately buy it. We didn't focus on the aspect that this bag shouldn't be that hard to imitate so that others can copy. And we didn't keep in mind that people should be easily able to understand
why did you get into the market for the first place?
Sorry, sir?
Why did you venture out to, in this venture now itself? If you're not clear about any of these things, why did you made an attempt?
So it's not that we didn't know anything. Oh, sorry, Yasul, you want to say something? Yeah, it's not that we didn't know anything about a product. We obviously overlooked some aspects which were key in determining our USP, and that's why our sales slowly decreased and up to a point where our product failed completely. That's probably it.
Right. So before we go on, sir, I think it's a broad aspect where we focus on what we have done to change it, right? So let's just focus on how we are revamping it and what are the strategies that are coming forward to it. Because you understand that, and the pilot survey has failed as it's clearly been rectified as well. So Jessica, over to you. Let's start on focusing on what is the changes that we have brought up, so that we can have a much better discussion on how we're going forward with it.
Yeah, okay. So I'll be talking about the
Okay, the
immediate
time
measure.
for, sorry to interrupt, the time for board of directors is over. Now it's the sales pitch time.
Okay.
Go on, Jessica, go on.
Okay.
No, let her complete. Let her complete. Just you'll have 1 minute for that. Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
All right. So I'll be talking about the immediate measures our brand is going to adapt to do some damage control. So first and foremost, our brand didn't really stand out. So we are planning to incorporate a USB cord and a C-type cable for everyone, every customer of ours to be able to charge their mobile phones, irrespective of it being an Android or an iPhone. Our port will avail 4000 mAh charging capacity. Secondly, we are going to avail our customers with an option to customize their bags. They can add the number of zips they want, the amount of space they require, the style they are going to adapt with respect to the options that are already available with us. They can mix and match
Sorry to
and play
interrupt.
with it.
What is the pricing that you're looking at?
3,000 to 4,000 K on an average.
Yeah, go ahead.
And who are the customer base you're looking at?
Right. So
Segments you're looking at?
Okay, Atul, do you want to go ahead?
Yeah, so coming to the customer base side, so our future prospect is coming up with an entire ecosystem of sustainable developed products. So our major USPs that our entire product is going to be completely sustainable development. That means that every product that we use, every raw material that's going to be used is going to be completely safe and secured, right? So for now, we have only one major product, that is the normal bags which you're catering to. But in the coming course, we're coming up with 3 broad categories of bag, right? The first
What
bag
is the sales model that you're looking at? Yeah, I got it. What is the sales model that you're looking at?
So the sales model right now, we're looking at 2 major prospects. That is directly B2C first, and the second is B2B, that is confirming to all these hiking agencies where they can buy it as a rent process to us. So just to be clear about the entire sales process, right? So for that, I just need a couple of minutes to explain what our future plans is going to be, because all of us need to be in the same page, right? So coming up within our ecosystem will allow us to have more varieties of models that are going to be available. So our leather bag is going to use polyurethane, which is a completely PETA approved leather, plant-based leather. Our hiking bags, which are going to be 100% waterproof, which is going to be used by recycled polyester. And the third is a normal bag, which will be using ocean plastic. Now, all of these 3 things will be combining into one sustainable eco development software or a system altogether. Now, our sales model is going to be as such, where we first focus directly on B2C, right? So all our products will be available to the customers with a lot of benefits that are going to be added to it, right? So now what the benefits are, in a very broad sense, is going to be that first benefit is going to be that all of these
just sorry to interrupt. See, that's
Yes,
just perfect. See, the idea seems amazing, but how are you going to pitch it to the customer?
Exactly right. Exactly what I'm coming at. So now there are 3 things that are going to be involved in our bag, right? So the first thing is that the bag will have, every bag they buy, the 5% of the profit will go to an NGO, which will be used, which caters only to the Clean India and the Swachh Bharat campaign. Firstly, the secondly, all of the new technical advancements, which includes the USB-C type, which includes the catering of the Apple devices, is a very broad game. And the second or the third major aspect. Now, this is what a game changer is
See,
going to
I knew,
So
I
1
understood
minute,
that the
just
product
1
is
minute.
yeah. Hold on. Yeah, I got you. Just complete my point. My question is different. I'll give you time. Don't worry about that. My question is different. The product innovation is agreed and accepted. No doubt on that. But as a sales guy, I just want to understand, how are you going to pitch it to the customer? See, you can come in with 100 innovations, but how do you?
The 3 minutes is over. Now the judges can ask questions.
10 more seconds, Sharon. 10 more seconds.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
you can
how do you pitch the product? What is your marketing tactics that you're going to use?
Right, sir. So as I said, the entire brand plays itself. The brand name Amigos is where we're providing the brand or the bag to be one of your highest memory point, right? So now, for example, me personally in itself, now everywhere when I go for a trip, I have my backpack always with me, right? Now all of these backpack also has a lot of memories attached to it, right? Which is why we're providing a marketing solutions where we're providing the backpack to be one of the important elements of sales as your major aspect to look at, right? Now, there's a very simple way to provide it.
The problem about the problem is that, see, how do you put that concept in their brain? See,
exactly,
you
right,
look at
right. So now coming to that itself,
the moment you say wildcraft, the moment you say wildcraft, the moment you say wildcraft. See, when you say wildcraft, the first thing is that tracking. The perception for me is tracking, because when I go to that showroom, the experience that I get is something like tracking. So how are you going to do that? How are you going to put that element of thought into the consumer? What is
exactly?
it?
So now
How are we going to do that?
It's a very simple way. So as you gave, Wildcraft is a very good example. Now, the entire point why we named our brand Amigos is to provide that sense of establishment itself. We're selling stories. We are providing an entire marketing concept to them. We're providing an ecosystem.
What medium are you going to use for that?
For now, our cater audience is going to be the youth, right? So 60% of it is going to be used in Instagram and the 40% is going to be used on Facebook. So social media is going to be our first and foremost marketing channels, after which we'll be using a lot of marketing tactics.
What is the offline strategy are you going to use?
Offline strategy, we're going to tie up with all of these hiking companies. Firstly, the Indian hike companies, because they focus on completely sustainable development projects. And
what
they
might
also
be the investment for that? Yeah, got it. What might be the investment are you looking at? Because, once
exactly.
you go for a tie-ups, yeah.
Not so we don't want any investment as such. We're looking at a strategic tie-up, right? Because they also they have a model wherein they provide backpacks to the people for rent, right? So they can use that backpacks from us itself. And why will they use that is also
no. See, but for that it might need some investments, no? You're giving the what might be the investment for that? How much are you going to invest for that?
Right, sir. So for now we are focusing extensively on an R&D.
On the total budget, what percentage are you going to invest in?
On the strategic tie-ups?
Yes.
Sir, not more than 10%, sir. Because
yeah,
I feel
okay. Yeah, judges, please go ahead. I'm sorry I took a lot of time. Judges, please go ahead.
So before the other judges come, can I just focus on one major USP
why
we can
please
target
go ahead. 10 seconds.
So
not more
our
than that.
bag has a revolutionary mechanism provided within itself, right? So now what the mechanism is that we have step counting, navigation systems, and all of these attached to a mobile app. Now, to keep it very simple, right? The top of the model, top of the bag,
and it can fly.
Huh?
And using it, the bag, you can also fly.
No, not
you can add that. You can add that also. See, you can bring in innovation. Doesn't mean that you can go overboard and put everything into a bloody bag here.
Exactly.
Don't get your innovation. And for all these things, your cost of production will be something like 2,000. That's kind of impossible. No, don't say that you have a special technology where you use all these kind of things. So that will not work. You can do innovation, but don't let your imagination go beyond the common sense.
Yeah, I agree, sir. I completely agree with what you're trying to say. But just 1 minute.
And your brand name is also very funny. It doesn't reflect any of your brand values of what economical or ecologically conscious. Amigo just means it's a Spanish word for friend.
Yeah, exactly right. So,
you will have very tough time in convincing the customers about your USP of being eco-friendly or something like that. And for customers, they don't really care.
Right, sir. There are only two aspects to this, sir. So now, firstly, brand name. I will focus on the brand name a little later. Let me focus on the idea in itself because there's some clarity that should be provided. So there's nothing going to be in the bag itself. The bag will just have one sensor, which is going to be only the step counting system and the Bluetooth system, right? The Bluetooth system and everything will be in a smart app. Now that will be connected via the phone, right? Now what will be in the phone is location system wherein the people will be connected via Bluetooth so that if they
sorry to interrupt. The problem, you should look at the practicality of it. See, once you say that you have some electronics into your bag, it needs service centers for that. See, the moment you say that you have some electronics embedded to a bag, then you have to talk about service centers. Then you have to talk about after services. Then you have to talk about warranty periods.
Agreed. So our bag has a warranty 1 year. That is for sure. Our bag has a warranty.
What about the after services? Do you have any idea what kind of budget that you have to look into?
Right, so exactly what I'm trying to say, right?
The problem is that when you try to buy an electronic board, you are trying to purchase from Chinese company, right? and you will have no clue what is happening with the board. It's not like you're making it and putting it back. So that is a very risky step that you can take, because it lacks a lot of practicality, because the moment you say whatever you want, but at the end of the day, once the customer start to use it, and if he is not happy with the product is gone. There is no point in saying that you have got hundreds of features and the bag is green or white or black. It doesn't matter. Being a sales guy, when I look at that,
their app has a special button. When they press that button, a drone will come from the head office, will take the bag, and it goes there and automatically service it, and again it gets back. They have done all those things.
In any sort of a product, early adopters, innovative buyers don't form more than 20%.
Right, sir.
What is your expected volume of sales?
Now, sir, that's what I'm trying to say.
What is the expected volume of sales?
Exponential volume. I'm so sorry, sir. Can you explain the
expected volume of sales?
Expected volume of sales. So, sir, let's just focus on the numbers for now. Like, I don't have a set number of how many units we want to sell. So, initially, we want to see that right now our R&D expenses are very huge because of the innovation we are expecting. We need a high R&D.
My dear friend, you are gifted with excellent presentation skills. And
otherwise,
nice
it becomes a fantasy, man.
But we want numbers.
You should have a marketing plan.
Let me tell you the number, right? Let me tell you the number. So let's be even practical, right? So in the very first year, we are not looking anything more than.
Sorry to interrupt. Team MG05, your time is over. Thank you so much.
Let me just tell the number before I go, right? So in the very first year, I'm not looking anything more than 15 to 20 lakhs in gross revenue, which we're going to be generated from the entire 3 module systems. Just the very first year. Now, all of these systems are going to be in a pilot project, which is not going to be in every bag. Only some of the
I think you can leave the it's already time. You had a lot of time. You did not.
Thanks MG5. Thanks MG5.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
So talking about research and development, there were 4 aspects that we thought we lacked in, and we want to convert those weaknesses into opportunities. So through intense market research, thorough STP analysis, we came up with 4 things. The first one being targeting. So since we have a social motor, we were extremely keen on making this product as accessible as possible. And we wanted this to be everywhere. The problem with this was we didn't really focus a lot about the demographic and the psychographic population, which we should have done. The second one being the product utilities. Unlike other brands, we feel that as a startup, we try to add as many features as possible. So if we were to do something differently, we would reduce the number of features. Third one being the pricing. We feel that we place a lot of focus on a skimming pricing strategy, and this is not really applicable for a safety product. I think we should have incorporated a bit of value-based pricing so we know how much the consumers are willing to pay, as well as the product relaunch strategy. So the core point, the main opportunity and the main strength of Power Pack is that we have been extremely transparent with the board of directors, with the investors, as well as the consumers.
After going through your promo material, I would say that one of the reasons why you people have failed is that you are not very clear about your value proposition. Even as a member of board of directors, I am also confused as to what do you mean by a safety feature in your bag.
Yes, sir. So basically, one of the reasons that the product failed in the market was because we were not able to communicate our idea clearly. And that's why what we would like to do in the further relaunch over here, why we want to relaunch this product is we'll be having better promotional strategies. One of our first promotional strategies over here, when we launched the product for the first time, what went wrong was that we only resorted to social media, not understanding that we have a first mover advantage in the market and we are dealing with a very sensitive social issue. That's why our primary promotional strategy is going to be personal selling, and not only to one-on-one customers, but also to assemblies in colleges for girls, for women in the workforce, wherein we'll be approaching organizations directly to have these workshops for women.
What do you mean by a safety feature in a bag?
Safety feature in a bag is, for example, sir, when we have women safety apps on our phones, they only do minimal things like having a GPS location and an SOS button. But apart from that, women have to carry their own phones for this. They have to carry pepper sprays. They have to carry so many things. Yes, so this is basically a safety bag wherein a woman carrying this bag will have a lot of features, like as you saw in one of our promotional posters, will be having a lot of features such as she can be tracked through GPS for her safety. She can have
What
a
about
taser.
privacy?
So this is completely basically when you're carrying a bag, you're carrying it willingly. It's not like the
That's
microchip
what.
of
See,
the
the
GPS
problem
has
with
been.
the problem with your product is that consumers doesn't make sense about the product features. It doesn't make sense, to have a tracking mechanism in the bag. Which girl would like to have her location tracked?
So a girl
Sir,
who's
the
really
data would
worried
be
about traveling at night alone by an auto would, I think, prefer that her parents or her partner or someone who she
So this will
trusts would
be
have her
for
location.
this will be for small kids, or
No, this is for
what exactly
our
is your
target
TG?
market is our target market is urban women who are college goers, who are young professionals who need to travel alone sometimes and who are not
So
comfortable
they
doing
would
so.
like to have
So
their location tracked by their parents.
yes, sir. A lot of women, as a
Really?
woman, I can tell you, a lot of women have these applications on their mobile phones wherein they give their location to their trusted ones through Google Maps, through Life 360
Even your
and other
friends
apps.
don't buy it, seriously.
So, also the point to
Let me
add, what
take this
happens
up
here is,
because
so,
when talking about research and development, we came across this thing where people asked us what the bag would do differently compared to a mobile application, because some of the things we are doing the exact same as the mobile application. And through research, we came to realize that in
Yeah, continue.
So in a situation, usually the person is the first person to snatch the mobile or just do something with the mobile so that the mobile is dysfunctional. A bag, the GPS tracking would be optional. So they can turn it on anytime, they can turn it off
Sorry to
anytime.
interrupt, team. Your time for board of directors is over. You can continue with the sales pitch.
Sir, can I just mention another thing to the board of directors because I didn't get an opportunity to talk?
Go ahead, please go ahead.
Yeah, sir. So I just have one thing, sir. Just like one of the judges had mentioned, safety is a very, very important concern. So right now my brother left the house and the first thing that my mom told him was to share the location, sir. So that is a very, very important concern. And the second most important thing. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I know it and my brother knows this, sir. And right now probably it may, sound like a joke, but when actually something happens to you, stats say that the first thing that is damaged is your mobile. And coming specifically to the bag, our bag is made out of a material which is called nylon 6, sir. It is low in crystalline, it has a low weight, it has a high absorption rate, and it is sold in the market only at 110 rupees per gram. And no other bag in the global market is made from this product. This is the main.
My dear friend, this is the issue. Your consumers are will not have any idea about what this bag is all about.
No, sir. We are
So
just.
that's why our relaunch strategy involves
exactly, sir.
direct personal selling, so that we
Exactly.
can inform our customers by ourselves.
I want to come to that. So now if you have all these things, why this situation got into the situation?
So that's what we were trying to let you know.
Also, what happened was typically the bag was priced at 3,500 rupees initially, and that was a huge pricing considering the way the product was priced. We basically wanted to make it as an essential commodity where everybody wants, wherever, like the women can actually use it as a go-to item whenever they want to travel. So even that the place where we went from was pricing at such a high price
But
and using
still
a very high
everything,
profit
everything has
margin.
to come with a price. Nothing comes cheap.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Exactly,
no
sir.
doubt, no doubt. So no doubt. The
That's
point
why
is
our
initially
relaunch has a different
3,500,
pricing strategy.
but
I'll
right
tell you.
now you want
I'll
to
tell you
price
what
it
happens.
economically. You want to price
I'll
it
tell you what
economically.
happens. Your friends or everybody, the customer who tries to buy it, take the bag, leave it in the school, and they'll do whatever they want. They'll go to movies there. They'll put the bag somewhere in school, so the parents see. There are a lot of loopholes when you try that.
So what happens?
One second. Hold on a second. See,
Sure.
And I don't want to get into that since I am somebody who's assigned to speak about the sales part. I just told the same with the previous team also. See, when you try to embed something electronically into a bag, there are two things. One is the after service that you try to offer, and you are not the technical expert because you are bag manufacturers, not electronic manufacturers. You try to buy it from somewhere.
So we'll be outsourcing the GPS. We'll be outsourcing the
So
GPS
you
facilities.
imagine these bags have been going to kids' hands or whatever crowd that you're seeing. Once if something goes wrong, a lot of problems can happen, and the after service that you have to give is obviously on the higher side. So
So what happens,
yeah.
sir? What happens is my teammate did convey that the tracker in the phone is optional. You can switch it on whenever you want and switch it off whenever you want. So let's say
Nobody
you're
will
a
put
woman
it on.
traveling in the night.
Seriously,
So let's say
go ahead.
So
Please.
So let's say what happened. Let's say you're a woman traveling in the night and you actually want you're feeling the environment around you is not feasible. So what do? Is you just switch on the tracker, and as soon as you switch it on, you're nearby your primary contacts are informed where are you going and what is your location. So that is really helpful. And as soon as you reach home, you can switch it off. I mean,
Yeah, sir, there is a good chunk of the market that actually needs it, sir, because every product in the market, there will be people who don't want it and there will be people who want it. And there will be loopholes in every product. But that does not mean that we stop selling it, right?
SPP, we are targeting this towards college.
Sorry to interrupt, Team MG09. Your sales pitch time is over, and now the judges can ask the questions.
10 more seconds, Sharon. 10 more seconds.
Any figures with regard to your marketing plan? You've not shared any figures with us.
Yeah, the head of finance can take it up. Mehul.
So basically, as a starter quarter, we want to maybe we had a sales count of 1 lakh for the first quarter, and simultaneously we can keep increasing or decreasing based on demand. And in terms of the figures, initially the price 3,500, and right now we're just reducing the price by 20 by a competitive amount, and it's going to be priced at 2,000 rupees with a profit margin of approximately 15%, so that we are able to give the customers the actual true value, because we wanted to go by sales and by volumes and not by just premium pricing. So we want to go by economies of scale, where a large number of audience is actually able to purchase it, but at an economical cost, and that's how we typically want to work at it.
Can you show us, tell us something more about your personal selling strategy? Because initially,
yes, sir. About the personal selling strategy, basically over here, right now, one of the esteemed judges has asked us that if our product was so foolproof, why did it fail in the market? So I would like to address that and mention that we heavily relied on social media for our marketing earlier. However, what we came to know through market research and feedback was that a lot of customers did not understand the value addition of this product or the exact purpose of this product. So when I spoke about personal selling, what I meant was that as a part of our promotional campaign, we'll be introducing personal selling, which is a very traditional method of marketing, into our thing. So the reason behind personal selling
will
is,
it really click? Is it a good idea?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is, because basically what
even
we are doing
insurance
is
companies,
yes, sir. We are
product
approaching.
like even insurance, they don't do personal selling now.
So we'll be
They
we are
are
not
doing
doing this
like
one-on-one.
O2O.
So we are not doing
It
it.
depends.
Just a second, Mehul.
I
So
think
we are
in the
not doing
new
this
age,
one-on-one. We are not
no,
going from door
just
to
hold
door
on.
to sell.
In the new
Correct.
age, nobody goes for personal selling. Nobody
Sir,
has a company
basically,
strategy.
that's
Not
that's
going
why
for
I'm
personal
trying to
selling.
tell you.
Because
That's why I'm trying
personal
to tell
selling is
you.
very expensive.
Listen.
Isn't that? You might need to recruit and a huge number of sales staff to go from place to place. It's going to be very expensive for you. Can you
can
afford to
finish your
have
point.
that kind of a
I
huge
just want to add one point, sir.
force?
You said insurance. Okay,
just hold on for a second. See,
Yes,
I don't think this idea is good, because you are trying, as Balasa said, see, you are trying to focus on a crowd which is premium. All
No,
right,
sir,
because
Sir, I just have one request,
tell
sir.
me what is the cost of the bag? Yeah, let's go ahead. Tell me what.
Sir, I just have one request,
2,000
sir.
rupees,
Can we please let our marketing head finish what she wanted to tell?
No. See, I totally agree with what you say, but thing is that I wanted to understand, when I see that there is a concern with some points, I'll stop then and there, then I'll take the clarity and then we'll move on. Okay,
sir. Yeah,
it's
sir,
not
sure.
about it's not about we don't want to listen to you, because
Sure, sir, I understand.
I am somebody who's investing
yeah,
money.
I'll answer both the questions.
And
The
just
first
hold on a
one,
second. Just hold on a second. I am somebody who's investing money. At any point I want, I'll invest.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Because
Yes.
I bloody invest. Okay.
Whenever
Yes,
you
sir.
feel the need, you can just interrupt us. No issues. Go
so
ahead.
yeah,
Go
to
ahead.
answer both
Yeah.
the questions, initially the bag was priced at 3,500, but we are removing 3 to 4 features as of now. The Swiss knife, the taser, all of that would be removed because it comes with legal complications as well, which is why the bag would now be priced at 2,300. Also, about the personal selling strategy, we realize that it's really expensive, but unlike insurance, our product is really new to the market. So personal selling wouldn't be a sales strategy, it would also be a marketing strategy through word of mouth.
Don't tell me that it's really new to the market. It's a redundant concept.
That is what I was also
Sir,
selling,
personal
because
selling
many of
is
the
not a new
companies,
concept. The bag is a new concept, and
that's
we'll be
fine,
going
but as a strategy, my dear lady, this as a strategy, many of the companies have discontinued personal selling. If you say that you will do personal selling through digital marketing, then I'll buy that argument. But I can't take the argument saying that you'll take a bag and go from house to house.
So that's what I was saying, that our personal selling strategy is not a door-to-door strategy.
Yeah.
It's a
See,
mass personal selling strategy.
I am somebody who is into retail for a period of 8 months. And I'll tell you what, this product is going to be an utter failure. It is not about the marketing tactics, not about the product innovation, nothing else. Let's discuss that on a different part. But I must tell you, this will not work for sales. Because, you know, at this era where every company, do you think the most successful companies, you know, Panasonic was a company who strongly believed in, door-to-door sales. Despite of their huge success in the market, they still believed in it. But they are trying to fall off everybody. You know why? Because it's difficult to track people. You know, it's not easy. The kind of investment that you have to make. This is something that I've said previously. But
how about, okay, sir, you make sense.
Can I
just say
just
one thing?
answer?
Okay.
And
So
even
what happened? Let's say
Eureka Fox.
Give them a chance to complete.
Continue.
Yes, please give them a chance to complete. Let us hear them.
Sure. Okay, so let's say our target audience is typically urban India, right? Urban and women. So if we can, let's say, we target a good apartment, probably the apartment crowd, we obviously have an idea of what is the income source, because an apartment typically gives an idea of the kind of income that people are staying there. So why can't we typically target an apartment and start person to person selling? Why not?
And
Okay,
also,
so
sir,
sorry for
actually, please
interrupting. Team
mention
MG09, your time is over. Your time is over. Sir, any judges? Should we wait, or we'll just wind up?
Roshan, I have a last question to ask.
Okay, sir. Okay.
I think one of the team members was saying that it's going to be a ladies product. Another gentleman explained about the features which can be used by a gents product, gents consumer segment. So I want to ask the team, why do you want to restrict
women?
No, this is
exclusively for women, but
exclusively
also
for women.
people like minors.
That is what
whenever
my
needed.
question is. That is what my question is. Why do you want to restrict it to only women? Because even men have the security concerns. So you are restricting to your customer base so that you cannot increase the sales beyond a point, right? If you go for a kind of increasing your sales, the best idea is you should look for more customer segments. So restrict a women's product, you are restricting your own consumer segments. That was my question. Can you answer that question, and then we'll buy it?
What I would like to add one point about Bala sir. See, there is a product launch, the shoe that a shoe brand which came in, and they had a tagline: "Pity that we don't make shoes for women," and it never succeeded. So the tagline goes like, "The pity that we don't make shoes for women," but it never succeeded. They looked into masculinity, but it never succeeded. So when you try to present something in terms of gender, it's a very sensitive issue.
Exactly. That is what my point is. Again, you are restricting your customer base. Why
Yeah,
not?
so-
Anyway, security is a common issue for both the sexes. So why not go for that, right?
So
So
yeah,
because in
according
our
to
society, the issue that women are facing, it is really heavily biased against women. This issue is being faced by women on a much larger scale. A very greater percentage of women face assault when compared to the percentage of
fine.
men. We are
Okay,
not
agreed.
completely,
Okay.
denouncing that men do not face this issue or men do not
Right.
need this
My
product,
only
but
point
our
was
primary
you-
target market is women.
My only point was you don't need to say that it's a women's product.
yeah, so also
You
through
don't need to
research,
restrict it. You can
Yeah,
sell
as
it
a
to anybody you
startup-
want,
Exactly.
isn't it? Without exclusively selling that it's a women's product. I understand your concern. Women are facing more aggressive attacks and all that. So you don't need to say that. If it is used for both men and women, what's the harm? You are increasing your sales anyway.
So, but
So
our
don't-
product name and our product tagline are gender neutral completely.
Yeah, sir, that's
So-
exactly what I was going to tell.
That's the point
Our-
I'm saying.
Yeah.
If it is general neutral, why do you want to restrict your customer segment?
So,
Sir, right now,
this
sir-
is the answer I can give, because research, as I said, as a startup, we wanted to venture into every field. We wanted to cater to everyone because it is a social objective product. But the problem is, as a startup, we won't be able to target everyone specifically, which is why we focused on women. We are not averse to the idea of expanding into men's bags or even the rural population. But as of now, it's catered towards urban women.
Sir, another thing, sir, as one of the esteemed judges said that, expanding or like increasing our sales would be very difficult. And that is what Sid said right now. That is, initially we want to stick to a specific target audience and We are waiting for us to get a positive response from them. Only if our sales increase, as rightly Mr. Bala said, that our product has the features of men as well. So if we are confident and if we see a gradual rise in profits, then we'll of course expand and diversify. Being a newly startup in this competitive market, as the judges mentioned, we would not want to blindly go and challenge our competitors.
Okay. I take that argument. Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you, Tim.
One more thing that I want to add. See, you're trying to tell me that it is something a GPS enabled bag, right?
Yeah, so that is one of the features of the product. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah. See, the problem is that when we try to pitch that product, especially when to women, they are very much cautious about the kind of money that they spend. Since they already have a good GPS in their smart band and mobile, why do they buy this bag?
So because
go ahead.
So because statistics clearly say that whenever any kind of assault or any kind of incident that happens with any woman in India or even globally, the first thing that is harmed, snatched, taken away, broken are bands, watches, and mobile phones. And recent news suggests that majority of the rapes could have been prevented if the band, watch,
Yeah, I
or
agree
phone.
to it. See,
Yeah.
it is like, it is like putting a helmet will make you safer, but who is going to listen to all this crap? Seriously.
Sir,
Because
if people are worried about their life, they will listen to us, sir. People
No.
are worried about their life. Safety
Seriously,
is a... Yes, sir.
do you have any idea the kind of people that die without, in 9 bike accidents without wearing a helmet? So it is not about, see, the facts are always in front of them, but who follows it?
Sir, just because
So
people don't
basically,
follow
what
it
happens
does
is
not...
basically,
Fact,
Sir,
you're trying to tell me that that's a fact. Now, that might not be useful once you try to put into marketing. See, when I say as a salesman, when you try to look at the sales perspective, that idea may not work. The problem
so
is
why
that
does a startup
you have
exist? So
Yeah.
a startup typically exists because it wants to change the habits of people who want to solve their problems, right? That's the way
Exactly, sir.
startup exists.
But there is
If
a
I was a
crucial
normal
fact.
business,
You are missing a crucial element, that is practicality. A salient like me, when you give me that product, I always look into the practicality. But how should I sell this product? See, you will have, you just 10 more seconds. See, you trying to tell me, say, when I get the product like that, well, the first thing that I look into, how easily can I sell the product? That is the first thing that comes to my mind. And all these facts that you're trying to tell me, I cannot go and convince them, because that is a fact. If that was the
so
case,
let's say you're So
Yeah,
let's say
go
you're actually, let's say your female partner, your wife or somebody was going outside and you're actually worried because sometimes, maybe your mobile phone battery hangs down.
my
Maybe
wife
your
will
band
kill
stops
me
working.
if I buy that bag, since the bag is very costly.
Sir,
First
the
thing is
bag,
that,
sir,
So
our
a
bag,
Wildcraft bag costs 1,500.
Sir,
500 bucks extra won't cost you. Will it
yeah,
be a
sir,
lot of investment? I don't
and
think so.
better quality
Maybe.
Wildcraft bags cost 3,500
and
rupees with
I don't
absolutely
think,
zero features.
and I don't think my wife really like to get tracked down. Seriously, that is a different issue. I don't think
No. Your wife won't be tracked down.
No,
Your
no,
wife
sir.
will be like, okay, she's going to be happy that probably you care about her, and maybe when she's in a dire situation, probably she can remind you that I'm in such a place. Please keep track of me, or please you'll be aware of where I am. That's my only thing.
Sir,
Because
our aim
maybe
is to
that's
come up with
bad.
something that is not available in the market, sir. We are trying to solve a very, very social issue
And so,
with... Yeah, Mehul, you can
and so the
continue.
basic point is, let's say the
yes, I
smart
got
band,
your
a
point.
smart
Yeah,
band,
yeah.
a smart band may have the features, but what happened at the end of the day, you have GPS tracking, you have your calories counting. By the time you use it, actually comes to practicality, the battery is dead. But in a backpack, you won't be using GPS all the time. That is why your
Got
battery
it.
is safe.
Got
So
it. Got
at
it.
that
Got it.
point
Yeah,
of time,
yeah. I got it. Thanks.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Okay,
team
George.
MG9, that was a
George,
very
begin.
nice time with you. We are closing the event. By this, we come to the end. MG9, you can leave.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
sir.
esteemed judges. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you all.
So we leave the meeting or the breakout room?
Yes, you can leave the meeting.
Anything else, Sir Roshan? Can we?
And no, sir, we can just wind up. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for it.
Okay, no problem. We are done. Okay.
Hope all the
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you
our
so much,
volunteers
sir.
have come to
Thank you.
collect the
Thank you, Abhi.
scorecards.
Good to see you.
Yeah, thank you,
I
Bala sir.
have
Thank you,
already
Joji
sent
sir.
the
Thank you, Abhi sir. Thank you, Harish sir. It was a great
Thank you.
experience, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
sir.
everyone.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you from team marketing. Thank you.
Thank you.